Keep me safe.
I'm gonna pull my hair out if I
Okay.
hear one more demo joke.
So this is going to be a bit of an unusual composition because I'm not really versatily prepared to run this game today. But everyone's here. The character's made, so we're going to go with it. So this might be linked to the main campaign. There might be some certain detail that's going to get skewed or changed depending on how I have history set up. But I do need to give a bit of history to everyone that's not really played Risk before. So the main thing you need to know. This game takes place in the year 104 PA. That is post-apocalypse. Now, what caused the apocalypse during Earth? It's our current Earth. It's the Earth we all know and love. Canada, of all places, decided to launch a nuclear war for some weird circumstances that involved glittery boys. Well,
Canada.
This nuclear war...
Assholes.
Yes, essentially. This nuclear war essentially killed a lot of people. Now, what's to be known is that at one point in history, there was magic prevalent in the world. This is where the mystics that would be known for, like Egypt, and how there's like witches and convicts and all this were known, how mythological things came to be, elves, dwarves, how their lore came, was because these actually existed at one point in ancient Earth. But as the magical energies died down within Earth, those faded away. Atlantis actually was real at one point, as is all well known on Earth. It disappeared, because it actually disappeared. So, with everyone having this energy in their body, this latent magical energy, everyone has it. Most people can never tap into it, especially in current day, almost no one can. But they have it. Well, when Canada decided to be a punk and launch a nuclear missile, the United States retaliated, and for some unknown reason, their missiles decided to go off onto different locations and cause other countries to launch nuclear missiles, which caused a bit of a problem. Well, when someone dies, that magical energy in the body gets released into the air, and it collects around the Earth at these lines called ley lines, which is a focus point of magical energy. Very, very small. No one can see it. No one, but they intersect. They cause nexuses. One is at the Olympics. The pyramids at Giza. One's at Stonehenge. But no one can ever interact with these things. But when everyone died at one point, in that 1 second of a flash of nuclear fire, so much energy, so much magical energy was released at once, it caused these magical light energies to erupt on Earth. And when that happened, it caused tsunamis, it caused earthquakes, it caused volcanoes to erupt, which further caused millions to die within seconds. And with that release, where billions of people died within a matter of moments on Earth, the ley lines erupted into full power, and where they intersected, it actually ripped open portals into other dimensions. Where these dimensions never had portals before, all of a sudden there's one that forcibly pulled these entities from their home world onto Earth. And then about 90% of the portals closed. So all of a sudden you have these alien beings on Earth with no way to get home. Some have the technology to get home, some most definitely do not. And when this happened, the human race nearly went extinct. Now, this is 100 years after that. Humanity has started to rebuild. There are various alien organizations that are trying to get back home that can't. There's some that see Earth as a new territory to take over. And the few portals that have remained open because they're so large, well, they are essentially a contested point for a lot of organizations that want to control it, because Earth is the only place in the galaxy, in the multiverse, that has a link to other parts of the galaxy. So we essentially became the central point of every conflict that can actually happen. Now, to give a little history of the area around us, we do have a little map I'm going to show real quick.
Paul, are you streaming?
Yes.
Okay.
So, this does take place in the U.S., and this takes place If you look down on the border of CS Missouri and CS El Dorado, Castle Refuge, that is where all of you currently reside. Now, CS stands for the Coalition State. The Coalition State is the first and essentially largest human-only organization on Earth right now. Now,
Wait, are we in coalition territory?
Yes, you're in the middle of it. Now, luckily, well, not luckily, but when the coalition first started, their entire goal was to protect humans that have had their homeworld invaded and just bombarded, essentially, and try to keep them from becoming extinct. Well, it was a noble goal at first that eventually, well, kind of got out of hand as these groups of humans came together, realizing that most of the people they fought were aliens that want to just kill humans.
Oh crap! Sorry, hold on, guys.
Paper Mario Brothers.
Turns out the coalition was the Mushroom Kingdom all along.
Wait, aren't I like kill on sight for coalition?
Some of you are.
Oh Jesus!
I think the only one who would be will be Fang, because she doesn't. I don't think she's covered entirely by armor.
No, most of you are kill on sight by the coalition.
Yeah, but mine has to be revealed, right?
No, I'm not kill on sight. I'm shoot on sight. It's fine.
You're not wrong.
I think the only one who doesn't have their identity covered by armor is probably the cat.
Well, if you wear power armor, it's covered. If you're in a robot, it's definitely covered. For the most part, it's going to be fairly covered.
I see.
Why are we here again? It seems like a very bad idea.
Surrounded by enemies on all fronts.
It's killing and we have to kill it.
What are we, fucking paratroopers?
We're lunatics.
Lunacy. It's like an old man in the Rift's world. Son, let me tell you about how the soul started. You see, Gorbachev said.
Hers?
What's up? Wait a second. I want to show some images real quick. Here's what the ley lines look like from space now, intersected around the world. So where they intersect is where these giant portals have opened up. Now, these ones you can see, the three, are the ones that are permanently open. Most ley lines that do open up, they tend to close after a couple minutes. And they can range in size, anywhere from the size of a fist to allow essentially a city to go through. They can be that large.
Can you give me that robot in my character sheet? Because I can't actually do any of the roles on the sheet that you threw up on my screen.
There you go.
Thank you. And did we lose somebody? What happened?
Yeah, everything froze. I have to reconnect.
Yeah, the Jenny is taking care of a phone call.
Could you show the ley lines once I reconnect again?
Sure. I'm going to show it to you.
That's important because I can fast travel through those.
Yes, you can. You actually become very, very powerful around ley lines.
Very.
Can you just yeet yourself across the globe by
Yes.
summoning energy? What is this, Splatoon?
So during the daytime, they're fairly hard to see, but at nighttime, they become very, very visible. That's essentially what a ley line looks like now on current day Earth.
Cool.
Like a mist?
So it's like a river that's
Like a big
there.
fart gas. The fuck? Y'all getting calls, like, mute your damn phones.
Yeah, so the ley lines they flow across the landscape.
And I can sense them within 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. Whenever you yourself as a ley line walker are around a ley line, you're able to draw on energy and to essentially repower yourself like a battery, and your actual spells can become a bit stronger.
Is there like a specific explanation for why they are so viscously visible?
There's just so much magic energy flowing through them now. Because they were always on Earth. They just were never visible because they're so, I guess, latent and there's not enough energy in them. But they essentially awakened when everyone died.
So it's not like there's a bunch of ghosts just floating through
No.
them.
No, it's pure magical energy.
Oof.
Yeah,
I thought you said Slayton for a minute. I'm like
Nah.
Slayer, Satan? That's pretty awesome.
No, but the four horsemen of apocalypse are taking over Africa right now.
Oh, great.
That's actually true. And they are monstrously powerful. And then gargoyles have taken over Germany. And they fight these gargoyles that are about 30 feet tall in giant robots.
How's the climate in this game?
So it can range from, it's usually normal. For the most part, it's always going to be standard Earth climate, but it can change around a ley line, specifically around a nexus. Because instead of an actual storm, you can turn it into a magical lightning storm, where these bolts can essentially fry anything around them. But they tend to be a bit rare.
See, I knew that global warming was a man-made concept.
Indeed. It's all the magic.
Are there any new natural disasters that are in this world because of the new races coming in?
Natural, no, but there'll be cause. The last actual natural disaster that happened was Atlantis coming back. And when Atlantis popped back up into the Atlantic, it essentially caused a tsunami around all the coastlines around it. And now the Atlanteans are essentially run by a Cthulhu-type race, and they enslave everyone that they come across.
That's nice that you said that it's a natural disaster. I was like, wait, are Atlanteans so disliked that them appearing is a natural disaster? It's like, no, that's a tsunami.
Well, no, when Atlanteans appear, people run. Their shock troops are actually Amazonian women that are brutally strong.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
How do they travel in water if they're are they? Do they have gills or something that they can?
How are mirrors real if our eyes aren't real?
Thank you, Jaden Smith.
I like how this map has Tolkien and Dwemer as towns.
Mm-hmm.
Very original. I like that.
Did someone say Dwemer?
Dwemer, yeah.
That's wrong.
Dwemer.
It's about Federation of Magic.
Way more. Also, Shadow Village. Yo, Naruto. Let's go.
So yes, you are smack dab in the middle of coalition territory. Now, the reason why you still exist is because you're a small blip on coalition radar. The coalition is starting to know about. Now, you're called essentially the Tomorrow Legion, and your legion was built by an individual and his friends and a giant dragon to essentially find anything that was good, because knowing the coalition would kill anyone that's not human. They are vastly anti-alien to everything they come across. If you're not a strict human born on Earth, that's also a distinction. If you're not from Earth, you are still an enemy to the coalition.
Well, I'm glad I was part of it at one point.
Yeah. Now, how they can prove that is not too well known, but essentially, if you're not human, you are shot on sight by the coalition.
What about mages and such?
That too. They do not trust magic because during the earlier parts of the coalition history, they actually allied with a magical individual to help them out. He betrayed them and killed a lot of people. And this happened multiple times. They've just said, screw it, we're not trusting magic at all. It is evil. The standard coalition citizen and even soldier are illiterate. They can't read, they can't write. They're given propaganda all the time. And so they are very, very loyal to the coalition because they're led to believe that everything that's not human is out to kill you, take your stuff, and destroy the world. But it's gotten to the point now where people are too afraid to stand against them because the coalition actually has the resources, they have the money, they have the power, the technology to fight. And so not many people can go against them. The Tomorrow Legion, which you're a part of, is the first really group to say, hey, you need to calm down. Your group is formed, and you're right now essentially trying to build the Legion bigger and make an actual state for itself. But it is unfortunately in the middle of CS territory. And so you do your best to not essentially get the attention of the Coalition as much as you can. There have been a few battles already between Coalition and the Legion, but nothing that's drawn into a war. Both sides don't really want to go into that right now because the Legion is too small for one thing, and then the Coalition is actually dealing with multiple fronts. There are massive enemies on the southern territories. The north are being invaded by an insect-like race called the Zitizics. And then the eastern coast, as I mentioned, has the Atlanteans, and also a rampaging robotic army that is starting to worry people.
Is it because of rampaging?
Yes. They rampage very, very good.
So, is this castle the only thing that is under the Tomorrow's Legion influence? Or is this like just one castle amongst many other territories they own?
Here's the castle. Castle Refuge.
Is this like the only thing they have? Is this like their origin point?
This is their original point.
Actual castle?
Yes.
Can
Built by dwarves.
Oh, okay, that explains it. Because I was like about to say, hello, we're in the United States. What do you mean castle?
No, I've seen
So
some castles
the
in
story
California.
behind it, that much I can remember, is when the rifts opened up, it actually threw in technological dwarves from their homeland onto Earth at this spot,
Dwemer?
and they couldn't go back home, and so they actually allied with the head of the Tomorrow Legion as he became known, and they built him a stronghold using dwarven technology with current day future technology. And so it does have the rustic, the medieval aesthetic of a castle, but it's actually very, very, very well technologically fortified.
Is this all of Tomorrow's Legion? This one castle?
That's their main headquarters. They have some small settlements that radiate away from it. And so right now, you're actually at the early stages of the Legion. Legion is not huge or even large by comparison to the Coalition, which is
So it
why
only-
you've not been snuffed out yet.
So it only started like recently. This is like rebels basically before the Empire cares about them.
Essentially, yes. This could look a bit like the Star Wars storyline, just on a planet instead of galaxy-wide.
Fair enough.
Because you can't leave Earth. You can go through a portal, but you cannot go up into the atmosphere. Whatever reason, something or multiple somethings up there blow whatever is up there out of the sky. No one's ever been able to escape the atmosphere of Earth.
Does the setting of rifts like even give you an inkling to fight those things outside, or is it just
Oh
like?
yeah, there's definitely things out there, but for right now on Earth you're stuck there unless you can actually get into space by other means.
All right, I was just curious if there was ever like a point in a Rifts game where someone would tackle that
It's
thing
possible.
outside.
It's possible, but it's beyond the means of anything of human nature on Earth, I would say,
All right.
or even technological race. Yeah, pretty much no one can leave right now. But there's definitely a galaxy-wide situation going on. So, but that could be something we go into in the actual game. But we'll get to the actual game of today. So, being part of the Tomorrow Legion, you as a group were thrown together. Y'all came to the Legion for various reasons. Either because you were a alien, you're a monster, or what they call the beings that come from these rifts, they call them dimensional beings, or DBs for short. Now, if you're one of these type of individuals, or you do magic, or you don't look like a human with 2 eyes and 10 toes, 10 fingers, You essentially came to the Legion to find a place to actually rest and just to be comforted and relaxed and not having to worry about someone shooting you the moment they find who you are. So for various reasons, you found yourself at the Tomorrow Legion, realizing they're trying to do the actual somewhat good within the area right now. Now, all of you have capabilities. All of you have resources at your disposal. You'll have a bit of a power to yourself. And so you are actually formed as a group, a team, by the upper management of the Legion to essentially help out and increase the aura of influence and gain resources for and essentially help grow the Legion. You're one of the teams that was built and formed to do this. So on this fine morning, all of you inside the castle walls doing your own business. Give me a second.
There's an asteroid that strikes the cat.
Random asteroid. Here it comes.
Random asteroid.
Yeah, great.
Little did the upper management know, they gathered the biggest degenerates as a group into one pot.
Shit happens.
You were put together because you have strengths. And you're a bit formed that you can tackle a lot of situations that the group can come across. Now,
All right.
to make this easy, you were tasked by one of the senior officers that is essentially connected to your team. Your direct supervisor, we'll call him. His name is Rorik. Try to do some notes since I always seem to make bad things with these.
Y'all got any ideas for the name of my robot?
Megas X.
Sven.
Don't PewDiePie me, buddy.
No, it's okay.
Well, was you just being Swedish?
No, I was thinking about Sven from Dota too. That's literally it.
Yeah, that is a hero name.
Yeah.
Some of you that have the technological means get a communication from Rorik. Meet me at the motor pool in 1 hour. Some of you are actually approached by essentially a serf or an individual that has to give out messages for those of you that don't have the actual means. I would say that start learning you guys' names now. Gear will just get it, boom, into his communication objects in his head. Manano would have a person come up to her. Chris would probably have it beamed to his electronics, because maybe his computer, his data pad, or even his robot would actually get it. Sahamati would actually probably get a message from another arcane caster within the Legion, and someone would probably find out Fang and tell her.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything anyone would have any questions what to do before we go to the motor pool and continue forward? No
Nope.
questions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. So as you go to the motor pool, you see right now that there are several vehicles, nothing really heavy. They have a few robots. Right now you see that there is one robot being refurbished. Actually a coalition enforcer, a large two-seater robot meant to essentially put down any rebellion put forth. And as you're going to it, you see, well, at least one of you sees your joy. Chris, you see the robot you've been building. How many years have you been building this thing now?
Well, since I've been a little kid, I've been wrenching, but it's only been, like, when can you start getting a robot built? It's a life project, but honestly.
Well, you started as a kid, You've been doing it ever since. And your robot is at a point now where it can actually stand up and be equal to some of the minor robots here. And obviously, you're not the smallest one, you're not the biggest one. There's another robot here, a Titan, that just kind of almost dwarfs yours. In fact, they can't even fit into the motor pool at its full form. It has to actually be hunched over and dragged in or carted in because it's so tall. But as y'all come into the mortar pool, you see a somewhat impatient-looking Rorik, arms crossed over his arms crossed, his foot's tapping, and he's watching a pair of technicians as they kind of slowly work on one of the nearby APCs that the Legion uses. And you can see that he really wants to say something to them, but he notices you, and his visage drops, and he kind of motions, "Come on, let's get this started."
What's going on?
Well, besides all the damn coalition patrols we've been fighting with, they started to step up their efforts and trying to essentially prong into how much of a defensive network we have here. We're a bit afraid of a full-blown fight breaking now. There's been a few scuffles, as you might know. We've lost a few soldiers on both sides. But I'm afraid right now, with the size of the Legion, if the Coalition even sends half of the current forces here, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. But that's just on my mind. The reason why you're here. We just got word that a nearby settlement to the west of here, a place that's been actually sending us a bit of, well, intel of the Coalition, they've gone dark. Now, this could be from numerous things. A ley line storm, it could have been just a malfunction of the equipment. As you know, a lot of equipment here tends to break down faster than it should be. Or, as we fear, someone made them stop talking. You have the means, you have the equipment, you've got the bodies to do this. So I want you all to go investigate what this is.
So you're saying we're expendable?
If you're expendable, I would send one of the other scrap teams. No, I want you to come back alive. That's why I'm sending you. Right now, no one's disposable. Coalition might think that, but we lose people, we lose any type of people here, we reduce our numbers. So I'm sending a force that should be able to handle whatever is down there. If you go down there and you find something that is beyond your means, report back and we'll send more forces.
How likely is this coalition doing? Any reports of recent bandit raids or anything?
Last we heard, Coalition's been gathering forces down south towards Mexico. As you know, there are a bit of vampire, events going on down south. He kind of gives you a bit of a nod, not a nod, but he kind of looks at you a little bit longer.
Right.
Manano?
What is that supposed to be? What's that supposed to mean? What are you looking at?
I am aware of that, yes.
But because this town was giving us intel about the Coalition, there's a chance they might have been found out. And if that has happened, even though it is a predominantly human organization or human settlement, if the Coalition does find anyone harboring any type of DB or non-human, they might have taken a brutal stance, as the Coalition does now.
Are there ley lines near the settlement?
There's one within 13 miles of the town, but as you know, he looks at you, ley lines can pop up on a whim. Sometimes they can last for a couple minutes, sometimes they can last for a couple days. Be careful, though. Whenever a nexus point does open up, there's no telling if anything or what might go through.
Or come out.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, that's the coming through entails going in and out both ways, you know.
I must warn you, though, even what you might see beyond the veil of the portal that opens up, do not step through. Most likely, if you do, you will not be coming back, and I can guarantee what is on the other side is probably not as good as it seems. There is a reason why many races have started to try to conquer our planet.
Has there ever been any word from the other side? Anyone ever stepped in and came back safe and sound?
There are a few individuals of notable power. For one, Lord Coke, our leader here, he can step through a portal and back and create a portal, but it is taxing in the amount of energy and effort that it does require. There are a couple portals that are opened up permanently that do allow transportation to and for, but most portals are one way, and most lead to Earth, not off Earth.
Alright, fair enough. Anything else you want to tell us before we set off?
As always, if you encounter any type of refugees, anyone that seems to need some help, I would hope that you would send a lending hand. The more people we can bring to our side, the faster we can increase our influence.
You hear that? A lending hand, not a lending fang.
But also try not to piss off or alert the coalition as much as you are needed to. We'd like to avoid their noses as long as possible.
Alright.
Now, do you have any questions?
Nope, I'm good.
And he looks at all of you in turn.
No questions that I need answering.
Nope.
Very well. We have supplied a APC for you to use. Also, you can load your robot on top of that, Chris.
I could just run alongside.
I know the specs of your robot. It won't keep up.
Fair enough.
Wow, sounds like you need some upgrading there, Chris.
Well, I'd get tired running.
No. He does have an unusual robot within our ranks. A lot of techs actually wish to have its birthing spot removed for a more formidable opponent, but I can contest to its power. It belongs where it does.
None of that, right? You shut your mouth. You don't talk bad about my robot.
I didn't, you dumbass.
Can we not get into a fight with our allies?
Our commanding officer, please.
He just said he stopped people from wanting to take it over the spot. He was complimenting your robot, you moron.
I'm talking about the other people who are bad mouthing it.
Oh, you know who they are. They're the other robot jocks that see yours as essentially a plaything.
Well, I'll just wait for everyone else to get ready.
We're ready to go.
All right, he brings you over to a computer terminal that is actually next to APC running diagnostics, and he pulls up a map of the area, and he essentially shows you about right there.
Can you share the map again, Paul?
I'm about to try to establish how far that is IRL.
I'm actually not sure how far that is in real life.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. It looks like we're in Missouri and right above Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I'm very well aware of that.
You didn't say it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
This is a conscious decision. I pronounce Arkansas in protest.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You missed some fluff, that's about it.
Okay,
We're being
I
sent
saw
on a
the-
mission.
pictures, so.
So we are all right. I'm trying to triangulate over here. Castle Refuge. About a yay far, and we're going to
Wow.
here.
When Trump supporters win Earth.
Well, that's coalition basically.
Yeah, you didn't hear about the coalition.
It's
Well, it's like a white supremacy sort of deal, but it's
Yes.
human. Yeah, I read it. You know how I.
xenophobia,
Okay. Yeah,
I read the whole introduction.
got it.
It's about 178 miles.
But as it is, no politics here, please. I don't deal with that. Leave it out of the game. We just leave in-world politics. All right, so you got a bit of a task ahead of you. You have a large 6-wheeled vehicle that's actually going to be able to send you off, or not send you off, but take you to the location. It's got an area on the back where you can actually store your robot, Chris.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me do this real quick.
Oh, isn't this like the Ozark country?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. I'm actually going to show what this thing looks like. And no, there will not be a shower in this thing.
What?
There will not be a shower
What's that
in
a
this.
reference to?
Elsa.
You even know her name. Ah.
Was it really Elsa?
It was
The
Elsa, yeah.
shower,
Fuck, it's from Frozen.
the shower gives you +6 charismatic rolls.
Wait, was that game before Frozen or after Frozen?
I had no idea.
Pretty sure after, because that was like. a long
So we got 150 miles or thereabouts
All right, easy enough.
through extremely Ozark country.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't realize.
Now, the lovely thing about... Actually, we'll decide that when we get out. So, as all of you start watching as the technicians start to feel it's called a Mountaineer ATV. They start feeling it. They start loading supplies, medical supplies, bandages, equipment, radio communication equipment, ammunition for the one gun up top. You watch as a crane is currently starting to load Chris's robot onto the back of this ATV.
Can't I just walk into it?
And so what?
I mean, can't I just get in my mech and walk into the back of the truck rather than have a crane do it?
I mean, if you wanted to.
Awful waste of somebody's capable hands. Like they could be doing something else instead of operating.
Is that what you want to do?
Is this where we're supposed to jump up to enter, or is there a back entrance?
There's a back and there's a side entrance. And yes, that railing is the side entrance. That is a door. That's how big this thing is.
Oh man.
I'm guessing the back entrance is like a ramp, so I'll just walk up that instead of risking falling down.
Wait, who's gonna be the designated driver of our group?
It ain't me.
I can't drive unless it's specifically for me.
Chris Horner is basically a mech driver, so he's pretty good with cars, right? Right?
Right. Yeah.
About that.
Wait a minute, none of us are designated driver.
Well,
What about gear?
I got
Unless-
piloting, but I don't actually have driving.
unless the vehicle is specifically attuned to my mechanical parts, then I can't drive it.
See, this is why we need a transformer mech.
Okay.
Okay,
you
how about
are-
this? Can I buff someone for driving? Is
Well,
that a
I
thing
can't do it.
Yeah.
Would you say that
You can actually give him the skill if you want to, yes.
Paul, would you say that they would attune it to me driving it?
Well, why wouldn't you be attuned? You could just literally just drive it.
No, because I can't drive it unless it's a cyborg thing.
I mean, you hit the
Like,
gas pedal and you move the steering wheel. You could drive it.
Listen
know.
to what the DM is telling you, GM.
I know, but it's the character.
Oh, okay. So it's lore reasons.
Yes, it's lore.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, they can do that. They can build something like that. Yeah. Let me know if it's lore reasons.
Yeah.
I have. I could try to intuit how to drive a car by rolling smarts and then have a
Now,
D6 in it.
everyone here has experience. Everyone here can drive a vehicle. When it's to start getting tricky, if you're getting shot at, if there's a missile flying at you, if you're being chased by 1,000 rabid baby zombie dogs, then yes, you might have to start doing maneuvering. But driving normally, you'll be fine. And you think I'm joking?
Are we going to be chased by 1,000 rabid baby zombie dogs?
I feel like now that he mentioned it, we might.
Wait, I think that already happened to us in our Rippers game.
Look, we need
We
to
need a
get
flamethrower.
we need to get our roadkills like up, you know. So
This thing looks like it can handle a few
Can
more
I
kills.
can I roll? Can I get driving for this?
Driving for the.
I'm a jack of all trades. I can roll smarts to try to get a skill for it.
If you don't have the skill right now, then no. But as long as you don't encounter any combat with this, you should be fine.
no.
So, after some time, you all are. The vehicle is fully loaded. We do have Chris actually go into his robot and actually fully stow it on the back of the ATV. And the technicians, they nod to you, and one of them comes up to you and especially the group of you and goes, "All right, she's ready. She can take a beating, but try not to cross a volcano with her. That might be a little dangerous."
Oh yeah, I wonder why.
That sounds like fun. Do it.
That sounds like let's see how much she can handle.
It sounds like you're talking from experience.
Kind of. I kind of am. So please don't try that. I did lose the last one we sent out. It wasn't quite my fault, but that's a long story. Please bring it back. It is kind of a my ass also.
Is Rorik still around?
I mean,
he's already left.
He said,
Now we have to take it over volcano.
Don't get me wrong. This thing can do a lot of things, but it's not a space shuttle. Not that you can get out of space anyways.
Space shuttle belongs in volcano. So what are you trying to imply here?
It's ready. And he just kind of shakes his head and walks away.
how is it that all of your
I get
NPCs end up exasperated with us?
I don't know.
Because
Why is that?
we all tend to be more.
I wonder what's wrong
Be a
with
hearse
it.
game otherwise. Sorry.
I wonder what's wrong with
Wow.
it. Actually,
Anyway,
that
are
was,
we going?
That was only NPC voice 1. Wait for the second one.
Stop it.
Shut up, you.
I mean, NPC voice 2 with Rorik already.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
All right, y'all get into the ATV. It is a military type vehicle, but it is a little bit roomy to allow long distance travel. Now, I mentioned long distance because, well, there are really no roads no more. As the front gates to the Tomorrow Legion or the Castle Refuge open up, and we have Gear gets into essentially the cockpit of this thing, and the engines roar to life. Big, beefy engine. You start
Are we traveling? Is the world around us like a desert, or
No.
Are there still like? So this isn't like a Mojave nuclear winter.
No.
kind of-
I'm going to mention in a second when you get out. So you start to take the vehicle out the front gates of the
Whoa!
Castle
Chill down.
Refuge.
Let's just make this clear. I'm sitting down and I'm strapped in with 2 seatbelts. I'm not falling over this time.
2 seat belts. Got it.
Oh, wait,
I'm riding on the top of it.
Wait. How does the interior look like? Does it look like some VIP lounge, like a sofa, or what?
No. I mean, there's benches. They're metal benches. They're nothing for comfort. It's not for comfort. This is for utility. But it is meant to have a little bit of some remedies. So there's like a little water extractor. You can get a glass of water with the storage tanks inside. There is a small compartment that can fold out for a medical table that need be. There's even a small area to throw in a prisoner if you get one, although he will be standing up and be very uncomfortable.
Can I, before we were like getting ready, can I place a beanbag inside the vehicle?
You're not turning into Mr. T.
Nah.
No, that was not my intention. That was just kind of like I wanted some comfort for myself. But all right. I was
That's
thinking.
literally what Mr. T would have said.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we could pimp it out, but
Trajan will throw the beanbag out of the back.
Fantastic. All right. He brings one in and he gets kicked out. The doors close.
guess I'll sit on the bench.
There's no room for that.
You're a vampire. You can sleep in the ground, and you care about comfort here. Like,
Look, when you're at the lowest of the low, you might as well get some comfort when you can have it. All right.
You consider this the lowest of the low?
Now, as your team was
Traveling
brought
with
together,
us.
your team was brought together officially by report about a week ago. You were given time in that week to know each other. You were given dossiers about each other. This is where you learned. There is only 3 vampires within the Legion. One of them is here with you.
Wait, I'm this rare? Fuck.
There's 2 vampires inside of this thing?
No, there's 3 vampires total in the Legion.
Oh.
And
2 of them are in there, but you can't see them.
So I'm one of the 3 here
Yes.
with you. I am really rare, huh?
That you are.
Don't toot your own horn. The Legion is not that big.
Yeah,
Don't
not
let it
that
go to
big
your
yet.
head, kid.
So
It's
it's
only a
only
couple-
us inside.
Sorry.
It's only us inside the vehicle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you seem to be riding it, so you're the only one outside.
How many werecats are there in the Legion?
I would say they're a little more
One.
common.
No,
We'll go with
wow.
about 8.
Leyline
And-
walkers?
Wait, are we keeping like head count of each?
Well, I'm going by essentially the rarity of the races. There are various races here. The most common are obviously going to be human. Then you have dog boys, and you have the other more common races. But having the werefolk, having vampires, actually are fairly rare.
How
fact-
many people who have built their own mech are there in the Legion?
Just you.
There you go, boys.
Can
I'm
we
the
get
rarest
going
boy.
before We all ask how many of us are in the.
It's gonna be
Well-
like a thing. We come back, and every time we ask how many they are, and it's just either people die off or we keep growing.
How many are there vampires now? Just you.
2.
Damn.
There's
What
no
happened to the
more.
third
Make a
one?
new character. Okay, so as you leave the front gate to the Castle Refuge, you're seeing the actual gravel path that goes from the front gate of a large, essentially mithril steel door built by the dwarves. Now, this trail leads down essentially the side of a small cliff. Down is a river that flows sparkling blue water. There are a couple actual villages and hamlets nearby that actually grow the food for the Legion. And it's a bit of a stark contrast. It's a bit of a sight that some of you have seen. When you're inside the coastal territory, it's very, very futuristic in the sense that everything's made of steel, concrete, and everything looks essentially modern. When you're out in the wilderness, you come across, well, various sites. You're seeing these hamlet villages that could be from medieval times, but they have TVs, they have electrical heaters and air conditioning inside the units, but the buildings are made of essentially wooden thatch and straw. And even the castle walls of the refuge castle are white polished magical stone that looks like it came from a fairy tale, but is very, very not impenetrable. It's one of the hallmarks that the dwarves that came here built. And some still reside here. Some were actually killed in a unrelated incident years ago. Now, the terrain is very, very wild. And not just earth wild, it's also mixed with alien wild. You're seeing grass stalks that are as thick as a man's arm that range anywhere from 2 feet to 14 feet in height. You're coming across trees whose trunk go about 15 feet to 40 feet in diameter. You're coming across sites and things that are normal to you. No one's really been here alive that long in the sense of what's happened, but some of you that have seen the images of before Earth went essentially to all to hell, the landscape even here, because they have images of the landscape around Castle Refuge, because even in our current day right now, the floor plan for the castle is actually real. They just never built it, but they actually have the foundation of the castle in our life built. The pictures are actually very vastly different in terrain, and just the fauna and the foliage, just the wildlife is also different. So with it being overgrown, progress is not that fast. Having to backtrack, having to stop and clear the growth that even the ATV can't cross itself is actually coming and having to slow down progress. So even though you have this big vehicle and it's only about 130 miles away, you only make about 20 to 30 miles of progress a day. Plus, it's not a super fast ATV. Well, it is, but you can't go that fast right now. Sky is just sparkling clear blue. Everything looks nice and peaceful as you go out. You wouldn't tell that this is a world in just kind of a mad array of conflict with everything right now as you watch out. Well, that is until you see the first signs of what this world actually could be about. Before you, as you're traveling, it's green as trees. Essentially, you'll find blue, purples, and even orange, exotic colors will come out. So it's a very, very vivid landscape of color, sights, even sound and smell. Birds that have 4 wings and animals that have up to 6, 7 legs. They're just unusual in the way they are in their anatomy. You see a sight. There is a vehicle that is in a patch of overgrown foliage. A quick glance at it shows that this vehicle has been here for quite a while. Foliage has grown over it. There has been stalks and tree roots have actually grown through the front section of the seating where the people would be. It's actually a fairly large vehicle. It stands longer than your own ATV.
Is this on our way to the location, or is it like once we?
It's on your way. Something to come across. Now, one thing the Legion sent out to do also is just to explore and find things around Castle Refuge and the territory. So this might be something that's been investigated, might have been cataloged, or this might be something they've never come across before. So
I want to check it out.
All right.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Is
All
it
right.
sun outside? Is it sun outside?
Let's go ahead and do a couple things. We're about, it's been about a day or so, so we're about 30 miles, about mostly 45 miles outside of Castle Refuge. What I'd like to have real quick is Alan, or Samadi, since you're the actual leyline walker, go ahead and roll me 2d6, please.
2d6.
Yep, this is actually to see if any ley lines are nearby. Okay, you detect no ley lines nearby in your senses.
What does he got to roll to detect one?
A 6 is a ley line. 2 6s is a nexus or a rift.
Oh, jeez.
So is it like sunny or is it like?
Yeah, what time of day is it?
It is currently. Actually, let me start doing the compass. Let me start doing. So I keep trying to stop pacing my house and go up to my computer desk as I usually do. All right, a second.
I imagine her is like, hold up, I gotta get back, and then he
I
starts
do. I pace around my entire house when I narrate.
Oh yeah, I do remember you always like just walk around in your house.
Yeah.
Imagine him accidentally just walking outside and onto the street just with his head down.
If my headset could actually reach outside, I would. It's probably colder outside than my damn house right now.
PM while taking a walk.
It's really nice out right now, Paul. I'm in the garage.
Yeah, I know.
Really nice.
Oh, it's hot here. Forgot how hot it was here.
It's raining and I don't have heating in my room. I'm freezing my butt off.
Aw. Get a blanket.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab you.
I got a sleeping bag permanently attached to my legs.
All right. You see the time and date.
Yes.
So
Not original, I know.
Demo, you can go right ahead and not participate in the session right now.
I mean, I can still leave. I'll just have fatigue until it's not sunny again.
Yep. Now, luckily,
Is there any way for us to like cover you up?
I'm already covered. I'm in full enclosed armor.
So you've all read about the weaknesses of vampires. Now, here's one thing you need to know. Just covering yourself with clothing will not work because any type of sun that even bounces that hits his skin will light him on fire. He needs to be fully enclosed, essentially in a environmental suit during the daytime. And even then, just because the sun is out still, his body's weakened.
Yeah, I have perma fatigue until it's night again. So I have this like full enclosed suit with like a hoodie that you would see in the image, and I have like this mask over my face with a contraption that allows me to remove the mouthpiece area if I need to bite for blood. But otherwise, it's like a fully enclosed.
But if you try to, your mouth will set on fire.
Listen, sometimes a little burn will have to do.
Pain, weakness, leaving the body.
The thing
you'll
is, you
get
can
to-
fully enclose the APC to have him actually get out of the suit if she needs to. But one thing you'll notice in the storage compartment, there's actually about 12 bags of blood. A pint of blood.
Oh,
12,
shit.
12 pint-sized bags of blood.
Oh, nice. All for me then. Damn.
Jesus, that is an excessive amount.
Well, it's
Right,
1 point
well-
per day.
I'm gonna put fatigue on myself, and I'm gonna leave with you guys to investigate this. rapidly.
All right. So for our local driver, I want to know is how close do you want to get to this thing? First off, Gear.
Ram it.
No.
Or if you can do that if you want
I
to.
like that idea.
No. No. I want to see what's in it.
I'm gonna pull off to the side.
How far away? I want to know that. I want to see how far away you want to. How much of a walk you want to have between your APC and this this vehicle?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a volcano, so we should be able to park right next to it.
If you
I
want to.
think Kurski's asking
No,
how far away do you want to run back to the APC after you discover what this is?
no, he's asking because there's probably enemies inside the town. So if I park close, we're probably gonna start getting shot at.
Well,
Let's-
there's not a town
I
here.
never
Papa.
mentioned
We're
the
not
town.
here.
No, there's only a wreck.
There's only a wreck.
Just a wreck in the shrubbery somewhere.
Do I notice anything driving?
Well, for those of you that want to be looking as you first see the site, go ahead and give me a notice roll while I go pee.
Cool.
Again.
It was like 2 hours ago.
Hey, I passed it. Nice.
Damn.
Damn it, really, time really do be fly like that.
Yo, +4 notice. Shit.
Yeah, that's high.
I got optics and stuff. Cybernetics.
special
I got special eye.
Look.
I attempt to get out of my seat.
You forgot you have your seatbelt.
You're like Kramer.
No, Alan, you forgot you had your seatbelts on and you tried to get out.
He's stuck in the seat like a baby. Let me out!
Help.
The seatbelts when he was
Are we
fastening
taking the
them.
back entrance or the side entrance?
The closest entrance to us.
Which is probably the side
Which-
entrance.
Probably the side entrance.
No.
I just need to get in this thing and find out what's in here.
Not the side.
I carefully sit down and try to jump down.
Give me an acrobatics roll.
Can this even go lower? Wait, how do I? Oh, whatever. Unskilled minus.
Yep, if you don't got it, unskilled.
Oh.
Okay, so you try to very, very easily leave yourself to get to the ground. Now, unfortunately, you do catch on a branch, because as I mentioned, there's a lot of foliage here. And so you catch it and you just fall faceplant into the shrubbery.
And you eat a and you eat
Goodbye.
I want to get in my mech.
All right.
I'm following alongside Fang. I'm teaming up with her to investigate this because I'm eager as much as she is.
Well,
I'm
is
like,
there anything around the wreckage?
oh yeah, our notice rolls. Do we see anything going on?
Ooh, all right, let's
I
see.
got a 10 on my notice roll.
I see that you got a raise. All right, let's see. We'll go to the normal ones, then we'll go to the raises. All right, so Fing, Manano, and Samadhi, before you fell into your face, looking out here, you noticed a couple things. Now, the exterior of this vehicle has damage. There is a bit of a small hole, enough to fit a small person through. The metal is bent outward, as if an explosion happened inside. The back of the vehicle is behind just a thick, dense overgrowth of vegetation you can't see. As I mentioned, there are tree roots growing through the front windows. The side door is actually a bit clear, and besides the damage, you see that there are streaks of what you would know, especially Gear would know, laser weapons fire that has stitched the side of the vehicle.
Wait, what? What was the last part?
It has the remnants of weapons damage.
Oh, okay.
Someone shot at this thing.
I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up ahead of the rest of them and just open the door to this thing.
Okay.
I'm
No.
going to.
No.
Before
Lulu,
you do that,
No.
I'm gonna say something to Gear.
Alright. Me and Fang want to go in first. Can't you see?
I'm running
Yeah.
to be the first one.
I've got the impulsive hindrance.
Okay.
I have the curious hindrance.
I have the cautious hindrance. As the people have passed me already, I'm going to start combing the ground for mines.
Okay, I have none of those.
Even though they've already walked in front of me.
I'm
Yep.
carefully navigating the ground ahead of me because I don't want to trip again.
Before
That's
you do
embarrassing.
that, I'm gonna send a message to Gear real quick.
Okay.
Guys, we gotta stop just doing our hindrances. It's gonna turn into a fucking.
Guys,
I have none of those hindrances. I just want to check it out. But if Fang is gonna run for it, I ain't gonna.
before
run.
you go in there, guys, I want you to take a look. There's cables running from the broken machine over into the underbrush over on that side over there
Oh, well, I'll just follow the cables then.
that lead to a vehicle.
I just follow.
Minano is like, well, I just wanted to check it out, but if Fang wants to get
Why?
there first, I'm gonna make it a race.
Why is the vampire following me? Like,
I'm not
just
following.
go.
Look, if you're running, then you run. I ain't following you in your run. If you dashed forward,
Well, you smell funny.
I'll.
This is an appropriate mode to cast detect arcana.
Damn.
Listen, I knew cat people were all ill-mannered, but I didn't know we had one in our group here.
I didn't know meat could talk, Jenny.
Wow!
I didn't know Fang could talk.
Oh my god,
Over
it's
there.
a long story.
That's a long story.
Our home game, his and I's characters were like best friends and got into some trouble because we
Yes.
apparently insulted the governor or whatever of the town's daughter. She was talking, and I looked at him and I went, "Why is Meat talking?"
They were both drunk. Failed con saves.
Yeah. Yeah, but you did offend a person that day.
Oh,
you hear
God.
the roar of. Now, most robots are relatively quiet. Not the case with Chris and his robot. This thing activates, kicks on, starts. A big plume of just black smoke billows out the back of this thing. Kind of like a giant signal at this point. But it does fill the
Your
area
laser
with sound.
What?
Holy shit! Can you keep it down?
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I want to follow the cable
Okay,
stealthily,
just 1 second.
if possible.
When the robot isn't doing anything particularly straining, it's just kind of an idling rumble. But when it starts running or trying to do something that requires a lot of work, that's when it starts getting loudy and spooky. Also, my robot's name is Smokey.
Oh, okay,
Of
awesome.
course.
All right, so when Smokey activated, a flock of birds just burst from the trees nearby. You can feel the reverberation. You can feel the vibration in the ground. Now, for you, Fang, go ahead and give me a stealth roll, please. In fact, you can give it me at +1 because of the damn vibration.
Oh, well,
No, you passed.
I wrote. Okay.
All right. So you start heading forward. Now, are you following the cables that go to the vehicle, or are you following the cables that go into the underbrush?
Into the underbrush. What I can't see. I want to know what I can't see.
Okay.
Well, I was going for the vehicle all this time.
Okay, that's fine. You both can split up and do that. So as you start heading, you start heading to the underbrush. Ooh, excuse me. I'm choking on my finger. Give me a second.
Oh, goodness.
What do you roll if you're trying to hold your ground after the ground shakes?
I'm assuming it's bigger.
No, it's athletics.
It's athletics. It's almost
Right.
always athletics.
Oh, I actually
For
passed
what?
that. Cool.
Or acrobatics.
He wanted to hold his ground while Smokey started.
It's acrobatic. You're not
It's not-
that like.
It's
Clumsy.
not fucking creating an earthquake. Jesus.
Look, he's tripping over air. Come on.
Yeah, you're not that clumsy. All right,
Oh,
so you go into the underbrush. You're following this cabling this cable that snakes, and it's heavy, it's dense, it's really humid. The further you go into the underbrush, thing, you're starting to actually feel moisture. You're starting to feel sweat all over your fur, on your body. And you notice that the ground is getting softer and softer, and the cable starts to actually go into the ground. It starts getting, as you bring your hand next to it to see where it goes to kind of lead it, because now it's buried, you're noticing that it's getting deeper and deeper into now mud, still surrounded by vegetation.
So like,
Cats don't like water.
But you
yeah.
now hear
So
you hear a thumbing noise,
What's a
Oh.
thumbing noise?
what
or
kind
a
of?
thrumming noise.
A
Oh.
thrumming.
No, not thumbing.
What do I smell? Anything? What do I
Give
smell?
me a notice roll at not. Don't give me a roll yet, but it'll be for a smell, so not for visual. If
I
that
think
was
it's-
what
Okay.
it gives you.
You probably
It's still +2.
Okay.
It's the same for me either way.
All right.
You probably smell your wet fur, right?
Jeez.
You smell a bit of exhaust.
It's dogs that smell when
It's
they're wet.
the
Cats
same
don't.
smell that actually your ATV that you kind of blocked off by being at the top and kind of used to it. It's the same smell that the ATV gives off from its engine.
Oh.
Does it smell pretty strong? Like it's pretty close to where I'm at?
It does.
Is the engine of this entire vehicle just literally sprawled out
No.
outside of it?
All right,
Okay.
real quick, I'm going to cut the other scene. All right,
Okay.
so Minano, you're following the cabling towards the vehicle. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking for mines between.
I'm
this
going to.
and the
I'm
ATV.
walking towards the vehicle. I'm just going to jump in.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just going to open it up.
That's where I was.
All right. Now for you, Chris, go ahead and give me a notice roll. You're not detecting any mines in the vicinity. In that, you're gonna have to use kind of visual glances. You're using a bit of the sensors on board your robot, paramagnetic and other sensors, and you're getting nothing that would give you a sense of urgency or caution. Now, Manano, you're following the cabling as it goes into a small opening on the door.
Is it open?
No, the door is closed.
Is the other door open?
None of the doors are open. Now, there's a hole that you could kind of squeeze through, and the door, well, it looks a bit jammed. And this is at the point where, is it Trajan?
Yeah, Trajan.
All right, Trajan, you get to the door as you see that Manano is inspecting the cabling that goes into it. If you want to go ahead and try to pull open the door, go ahead and give me a strength check at -2, please.
Strength at -2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Sure, it's up.
I could have done that though.
Okay. So you're investigating the cabling. I'll give you some information about that a little bit later. As you go to the door, you get the handle. It's not open. It's a bit locked. So you start pulling on the door. Your muscles budge for a little bit, and then the door gives away with a loud squealing noise. It just comes off its hinges, and it's unusual that the fact that this door doesn't open because the cable runs through it, which means the cable is done here afterwards, and it wasn't done for the facilitation of opening the door. So the door is still connected to the cable.
Was there glass in the door?
So the door opened though, right?
Yeah, you ripped off the hinges. You can slide it down the cable, but you can't like throw it away unless you want to throw the cable away with it. And
I just slide it down the
That's fine.
cable.
As you're watching the cable, Manano, you realize that there's something flowing through the cable.
Is it water? Is it liquid?
so you can't see it, but you can feel it. You can feel what possibly particles or something that's kind of banging the sides. You can feel it with your hands that it's flowing through the pipe into the vehicle.
Is it biomass of melted humans?
I don't know. And you see a slight glow coming from within the vehicle, a bit green.
It's the human ghost mass.
I'd like to investigate that
Do
glowing.
I see this glow?
You do. All of you do.
Is this a cult? Can I roll for this?
It's just a
Do I know
light.
what this is?
That could be anything.
Just a light?
Mhm.
Damn it.
I step into the vehicle.
Okay. Now for you, Fang. What are you doing?
So if it smells like the exhaust is fairly close, because I was trying to figure out if my curiosity would win out over the hatred of water. And actually turns out I don't hate water. So I'm going to keep going forward as sneakily as possible.
All right. I want you to go ahead and give me a couple things. Give me a combination of athletics as well as another sneaking roll, please.
Okay. Athletics. Oh, okay then.
Okay. So you're feeling, and you're actually digging through the mud and pulling it aside, and you follow the cable that starts to go straight down, and your claws hit metal plating.
Oh, interesting.
And you can hear now the thrumming coming from the plating, and it's at this point where you actually see a swarm of these fist-sized ants come out of the ground and just jump to their nest and start to climb up your arm.
Oh, gross. Shake them off. Hello?
Yep, give me 1 second.
Fucking A. God.
Okay.
Nice meme.
So I just got scared.
I apologize. That's my father.
What a cool guy.
That was kind of funny.
What a dad joke. What a dad bra moment.
Okay, you try to shake them off, Fang, and their feet are actually pincers, and they actually latch onto your arm. Now it's not causing any pain with the way you are, but it does. It's an annoyance. But they're not coming off, and there's more coming out of the ground now.
All right, I'll go ahead and retreat, and as I'm going back, I want to try and like claw them open, like a way. You know, if I can't claw them off of my arm, I'll just try and rip my claws through them. You said they're fist-sized, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of you, before you go into the vehicle, you watch as Fang comes. Do you come rushing out of the underbrush?
Yeah, I'll hightail it back.
Okay. Yeah, she just makes a commotion, just rushes through the underbrush, and as she rushes out, y'all see as there is a literal swarm of fist-sized red and blue ants. The chitinous shell actually reflects the light as they come swarming out of the underbrush.
Oh, Paul,
Can
you're
I
giving me the
teleport Fang
heebie-jeebies.
away from the swarm?
Wait, are they all chasing her, or are they coming for all of us?
They're on top of her, dude.
Well, no, she has some on her legs, a big majority on her arms right now where she was digging. You see her mud covers her arm, but on the ground behind her, essentially a 20-foot line of these things come out, and they're all essentially charging in her direction, which is towards all of you.
So
I just wanna
Seeing
ask,
that, I ignite my psi sword.
wait.
Yeah.
So first,
Can I
I'd like
teleport Fang away from the swarm?
First, I'd like to laugh at her misfortune, and then I want to get up onto the car to avoid the ants.
is she immune to damage?
Yeah, give me a second. She's immune to this.
This type of damage, yeah.
Are you immune to explosions?
As long as there's no silver in it.
Can I shoot you?
I mean, what kind of... Probably won't hurt me. Go ahead.
It's a big, high explosive.
Just go ahead and
tank
shoot me.
shell.
I mean, as long as it's not silver,
It's not
Fine.
silver.
and you don't have it laced with like wolfsbane or garlic, then you go
No,
for it.
it's just a regular high explosive shell.
Yeah, fine.
It has silver.
You're gonna
We're use old man.
singe some
Wait,
fur.
are you immune to fire?
Yeah. Well,
I wish I had a flame.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm immune to fire. Hold on. I'm invulnerable to anything that isn't magic, psionic, silver, or supernatural.
So you're immune to
Yeah,
normal
no.
fire.
Mm-hmm. So normal fire, I would be invulnerable to.
I'm gonna have to mount a flamethrower on my mech.
So as these
Back
ants
down.
rush behind her, I'm like, well, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh, get out.
First of all, it's look the cat drug in.
Excuse me.
Are you in the position to talk back when you're being?
Wait, hold on. We're making some.
I am
linguistical-
always in the position to correct somebody's grammar. Always.
It's kind of a pain in the ass like that.
Maddie loves it.
We can tell.
Like,
Teleport.
I just want to let you know that I'm glad you're having this happen to you.
Teleport.
You really don't bring me closer to you guys because these things can't hurt me.
No, he's
so-
teleporting you away.
Well, yeah, but I mean, use me as bait.
I can use.
Use
I can
me as
teleport
bait.
you. And you can.
I have to
decide
get
wherever
right
you
on
want
top
to
of
go.
him. I'm melee only.
Don't
Yeah, but-
cross the wizard.
Oh, my client crashed. Give me a second.
I can
Okay.
I
shoot him,
mean,
but
I don't know what Hursk is doing, but I wasn't joking when I
I
said
didn't
I'm
have the
shooting
counter
her.
set up, so I'm making a counter. So I'm making the actual stats. So give me 1 second.
mhm.
I'm gonna shoot her with a high explosive round.
You'll do it when it's your turn.
Okay.
Do not trust the wizard. Do not give consent.
I like wizards, so
No, please not. No, I refuse to give consent. Teleport yourself. I can't think.
I'm more than happy to just stand here. Yeah, no, I'm not actually. I change.
Make a fear check.
Yeah. Even though these things can't hurt me, there's still creepy crawly, and I don't like.
Actually, how does your armor look like? Are you like fully enclosed armor, or do you have like some skin exposed?
Actually, I was gonna
That's
talk
fur.
to. I was gonna have to talk to Paul about that now that you bring that up because I shapeshift, so I don't think the armor can shift with me.
She has
Well,
armored fur.
as long as you don't change sizes, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to ask him.
If you're size 1 and then you shapeshift, if you become size 2, whatever you're wearing breaks. But if you stay size 1, it doesn't.
Well,
Because Demo has the same issue with his vampire form.
Well, it might be a little different.
yeah.
Yeah, but we realize I stay the same size, so it's fine to transfer.
I'm in.
All right, do me a favor. Put yourself within essentially that square, please.
Where are the
Sounds like
ants?
chicken.
Do you want to place me, Paul, where I came from with the ants?
Oh, yep.
Where-
Right.
Could you open the map again?
Where was the wreck that we were at?
It's to the right. It's to my little drawing. The top right, where the. So Alan can't pull his teleportation shenanigans from last time. The test.
Alright, I'll be here, I guess. I guess Trajan would be near somewhere here.
It's Trajan.
Trajan.
I'm gonna call
We ain't gonna do too much French.
Actually, wait. Who's the strongest fighter here?
I am.
I am.
I am.
If you wait
Are we all-
if you wait like 5 turns, I can buff all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So Paul,
Nobody
I've
do
got a-
anything for 5 turns.
Please,
I've
nothing.
got a question about my character sheet.
Yeah.
My toughness, does that include my +2 I get for summoning my top of armor I'm already wearing?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice text. Can I become big?
We'll be done in 2 seconds.
1.
I was gonna do it.
Well, so are these ants mutated? Are you gonna be an ant girl?
Are you seriously asking this kind of question in literally this? Oh, guys, wait, did we like forget about a very particular thing that makes rifts the best thing ever?
Is it
Well,
called?
so
Didn't draw adventure cards.
I don't have it set up right now, so.
Yeah.
All right, you will see them on the map.
A lot of. Oh,
Oh,
holy.
I'm assuming they're swarms.
majestic foil ants.
All right, now to start our first encounter of rifts, we're gonna go deal action cards.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Now give us adventure cards.
No adventure cards this game. I don't have it set up.
Okay.
Next game, the real game will do it, or the continuation of this game, which will probably go into the real game. All right, so the fellow ants.
All right. Wait,
Holy
is this session treated as canon?
Oh, are you gonna
Yes.
move us? Are you gonna move us to where we were though?
Oh yeah.
You should ask us to where we were going.
And
Right.
give me big size
Wait.
because I'm in a robot.
Oh, okay. So for you're in a robot. I actually need to change out your thing. So let me get your character. We're actually gonna swap it out for your robot.
Do you have to have a separate token for it?
Indeed, I do.
I'll probably look for an image later, but
I got one for the time being. All right, so Chris, you're gonna have. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so the swarm of ants, they come essentially charging over the landscape. Now they move very, very quick. And as I mentioned, the chitin shell is a bluish red, and it kind of glows and sparkles off the reflective light of the sun. And they try to climb on top of you, Fang.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I find the combat track?
Is there
It's a little
any
bomb symbol.
is there any
There we
roll
go.
to avoid that, like an acrobatics or whatever check or something?
On this one, no. They're going to just try to essentially just bite you.
Okay.
And they'll get on you, and they start pinching. They start grabbing onto your clothing. Not your really clothing, but they start grabbing onto you. But again, the way you are, just nothing's really being done to you.
Mm-hmm.
The same one tries to go around you and does the same thing.
I like how your last two. That's really good.
Then group number 7.
very important question. Did these ants do mega damage?
We'll
That is a
find
good
out.
question.
We'll find out soon.
All right, and then these ones are going to actually
Grapple?
see the form of gear. And this just swarm of ants on the ground, you actually open up their mandibles, and a greenish spray shoots out of their mouths and attempts to coat gear with it.
No.
Oh, they have corrosive acid or something.
All right, and they hit gear.
No.
Now, luckily, as it just kind of coats your armor, you see it start to sizzle a little bit, and essentially it just stops. Leaving
Then wipe.
Smoky.
Smoky.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot.
Actually, I probably should put Smoky on here. All right, so Smoky.
Well, I sure am glad I'm resistant to acid.
There you
Smoky's
go.
in-
That's Smoky. Smoky is essentially we're gonna stick you right here, Chris. That's you.
Paladin
Nice.
he's paladin from his treehouse.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a high explosive shell right at her. Like, there's a shape there, but I'm not sure how to use them. Is there like a template for
Yep, it's a small burst template.
small burst? Where did I get that?
Right click, go to pointers, and go to draw small burst.
Oh, there we go. Well, like I'm gonna put that like right here.
All right. With those sizes, I'm going to give them a bit of evasion. So you're plinking the corners of all of them. All right, let's see. Let's have you guys do.
How does armor damage work? Is there like a table?
There's no such thing.
All right. Go ahead and give me a shot with that. Actually, go target all 4. And go ahead and give me a shot.
Don't forget to target.
I'll make it easier that way.
Don't forget to target its fang, right?
Oof. It won't damage me anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, does it? Do I roll?
Why'd
hits for
you
each?
roll 3 shots for?
Cause.
No,
only
medium cannon is not. You said you wanted 1 shot,
Yeah.
so I made it fire once, not 3. That's wrong. Should be 1 attack.
There it is.
All right.
The-
The first one does hit though.
All right. Oh well, that I mean, does
Yeah, that damages all of them. So go ahead and roll. I'm gonna give them all 2 strength for what they are, or for the fact that it's not certain all of them. Go ahead and target them first off with Smokey.
Okay. Fuck, I the wrong thing selected.
There you go.
And her as well.
No, she won't get damaged. Actually, no, yeah, because she can get stunned. Under the damage, put down -2.
Just a -2.
So the modifier,
roll?
just put a -2. Yeah, and then go ahead and roll.
Shake. Blocked. Defended.
All right.
Oh.
All right, so you hear a bang coming from the cannon of Smokey, and it literally lands direct center on the, I'll say the chest of
Hey.
Fang.
Hey.
Okay, the ground. It hits the ground at Fang.
No,
and it's just-
it could hit me.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm just yelling out like,
Oh,
hey.
okay.
Oh.
All right. It hits her chest, and
The
because
fuck?
he knows that's not going to hurt her, but it does explode outward. But Fang, I do need you to go ahead and give me a strength check, please, at -2.
What happened to her armor? I don't think her armor's meant to take fucking. shit.
What is this for? I might Benny that.
For you flying back.
Oh, that's fine. I'll
Being
fly
hit by a
back.
shell.
Can you imagine how fucking ridiculous that looks? Fucking tank cannon shoots a cat lady and she gets blasted back.
Stand up, brush myself off.
Welcome
The
to
fuck?
Literally look, dudes.
Now go ahead and give me a vigor roll, please.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, what's that for? Oh,
One more time.
cool.
One more time.
Is this how many teeth you lose?
One more time.
Oh my god, what's going on here?
Okay. As the ants exploded from the shrapnel of the HE shell, there is a green mist all around where they were.
Oh.
And as you watch, the mist does not dissipate with the wind that slightly blows through. A bit of the foliage sways back and forth, and there's a slight breeze. But the mist hangs in the air, unaffected
least you're
by
not
the
in it.
wind.
Yeah, I got pushed out of it at least. Did I pass all those, so I'm okay?
Yep.
Okay. Whew.
What is this, poison?
I like look over my sights on the gun. Like, well, you look like you needed a hand.
Smokey,
Jesus
would you like to move?
F.
Is that all the green smoke fart gas?
Apparently.
Yep.
It's a lot of fart gas.
Well, it can't be poison because it's not being pushed by wind, right? Maybe it's like dense poison.
It's ghost fart gas.
Anyways,
It's
Smokey, either pass your turn or move.
Oh yes, I'm going to move. As I see big green fart gas, I'm gonna move away from it.
Just clomp, clomp, clomp of the robot. Go ahead and pass your turn.
Hey, I'm
What?
walking here.
I'm walking here.
Why are you making so much noise? Jesus.
Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm waddling here.
Gear, they come at you.
Wow, me.
I'm gonna take a swipe at them.
Ooh, you can do that. Go for it.
Let me just see. Get targeted.
You know, I'm really concerned about there being a colony of these things somewhere around here. Like, imagine there's like
Oh yeah, that's it.
Nice.
If you at any point say brood mother, I'm a smack you into the water.
Oh yeah.
a...
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, you
Oh,
you
God.
chainsword the hell out of them.
Imagine there's like a queen ant, like, just waiting for her.
All right, I'm putting you in the water.
Nothing.
Why, dude? You don't like spooters? You don't like arachnids?
You're going in the drink.
Nope. Luckily, the drink is blocked off by the bus, or well, this vehicle.
I'm gonna pick up the bus, move it away, put her in the drink.
All right, they start to climb over your body, Gear, but your metallic hide. There's no way they can find purchase with their mandibles.
What the hell is this? Don't you shoot me!
Are you immune to mega damage?
I'm not immune to mega damage.
Wait, are you going to ask this to everyone? Are you immune to mega damage?
What? It's mega damage.
I'm sorry. Real quick, Paul.
Yes.
Just because this is new, I forgot I have the Acrobat Edge. Which means I get a free reroll on any athletics that involve balance, tumbling, or grappling. I don't know
Okay.
if you would put that to that, but can I try and...
So this to be not blown back.
Yeah.
That's not really to avoid being blown. It's just the sheer force of being hit by the round.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to ask.
You took about 4,000 kilojoules of energy on your chest, so...
I'm really strong.
Yes, she is. All right. The majestic full ants are now going to shoot a stream of green goo at Trajan.
Goo. Oh, it says right there, foil spray. What's this? What?
Ooh, all right. And they find a bit of purchase. Some of it just kind of seeps into the creases of the armor of our plucky cyber knight. Starts to burn his skin.
Did you say plucky?
I did say plucky. Trajan, it's on you. You're shaken. All right, now, as always, being riffs and being new for everyone, I am going to do my own house rule of the shaken status of players. There's also be NPCs. Now, when you're shaken, now, with old rules, you have to be able to unshake to do any actions besides movement. Now, with my rules, you can still do a single action if you fail. No multi-action. It is at -2, though. And nothing that
So I
requires
have to make a
concentration. Yes.
So
Or
I have to make a bigger roll
Nope.
to unshake.
it's a spirit roll. If you hold down control, left control, it should highlight your spirit or your shaking button. Click on that. All right, still shaking. Either got to Benny that or stick with the -2 and the 1 action. Got it.
Then,
All right, Benny, you automatically remove it, so go ahead and do your action.
okay.
Bam.
All right. So because I can do these bolts free act, I'm going to cast Smite and Deflection on my.
Got it. Let's go and put it on you.
Hold on, I got to roll for.
Oh yeah, activate it first.
Oh yeah, this is where the more actions you do, the more penalty you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember that.
All
But
right.
If I remember, you cannot do the same action twice, right?
You can't. You can attack more than once, but you can't do the same power more than once a turn.
Oh, okay. So you can do 2 attacks at the cost.
Oh,
Oh, activate that.
that is way activated.
All right. So, Smite is fully activated, but it looks like Smite or Deflection is normal.
Yep. Why is it on my thing twice? Because I added it.
Oh, sorry, you did it. All right, I'm gonna remove it then.
Yep.
Cool. We take care of it, then that's fine by me. I prefer that. All right, cool. You activate your powers. It just activate. You see your sword. What's your sword look like when you activate it, or when you do the smite? What's the smite do? What's it look like?
The smite takes the 2 swords from being long, straight lightsaber looking thing, and it makes them wild. So there's cracking electricity up my arm.
Fantastic. You're moving next to the ants.
Yep.
Fantastic. Do your worst against my beastie buddies.
It's like your Kyber stone got cracked.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I was going for.
Tyler Wayne looking ass.
Nice. You smash those ants.
Oh.
You super smash those ants.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're dead.
Watch out for green gas.
Don't even know what it does yet. Maybe
No.
maybe it melts your face.
Well, I'm fine.
Right. No, you're not. You still got to breathe. I need both of you to go ahead and give me. So with the cyborg, I maybe didn't mention it too much. The cyborg, you still have like your brain and your
Lungs.
yeah. So you still actually got to breathe. You still have to have oxygen and food to your brain. So I need both of you to go ahead and give me vigor checks, please.
Well, yeah, and my eternal life support says I'm immune to disease, drowning, and poison.
Ooh.
This is not
I'm
disease,
Benny.
John, or pointing.
No, it's not poison?
Nope.
Guess not.
Alright. So, what'd you say, vigor?
Yep.
It's safe to say that he's past that one.
But you both are fine.
17, Jesus.
It's not poison because the fact that with the breathe, it's not moving. That's the thing.
That's what I mentioned, boss.
All right, but luckily both of you are able to kind of like hold your breath. You kind of essentially turn off your filters real quick, gear, to not have anything go into circulation. Whichever's inside, you have it purged real quick, but nothing affects you. All right, and Sahamadi.
Yeah, I don't have a map. How many spiders are? I mean,
There's
spiders.
one left.
ant.
Oh
No spiders.
no.
It's one last majestic foil ant.
Can you throw up a map for him?
I did.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, okay.
It's just nothing I can do.
You know,
I'm gonna
What
cast
do you mean there's
stun
nothing
on.
you can do. You took no offensive spells?
No.
cool.
Everything's already dead. I'm
You
useless.
said no offensive spell? Okay, all right. You have no damage spells, I'll say. So
I'm gonna cast stun.
okay.
I think
Right.
that will actually kill them.
So target them. You activate the
shit,
power.
target.
Now
Ah.
drop that effect on top of them. I'm gonna leave all the stun effects to all of you.
Did I do it correctly?
Oh, you activated the power. Let's see.
I think you'll actually kill them with a stun.
Oh, you gotta make a vigor roll. All right, let's make a vigor roll. They are not
I don't
stunned.
like that.
Rip.
Yeah, unfortunately, they resist the stunned effect of your power.
You can always Benny that, I think.
Can I Benny that though?
If you want to,
Okay, I'm Benny.
we
that.
can force me to
You wanna-
reroll.
Yeah, but do you really want to waste a Benny on that?
I mean, nah,
They're gonna,
not really.
yeah, they're good. They're gonna be dead.
I'm
so.
just gonna be useless next round.
Gear, it's on you.
I'm gonna go hit him. Take a whack. They're gonna get whacked.
You're really trying your hardest to get poisoned.
You really be do. Would they even know what it is? It's not poison because it's the wind.
They're all
is-
gonna be dead before our vampire will be able to do anything.
I think they're dead.
I mean, that's fine. Because I
Where are
was
you
all-
targeting the wrong guy there, Ryan?
Ah!
You trying to kill your teammate. Yeah.
My bad.
We'll show you the damage though. So you're gonna damage the majestic
Unfortunately, our
phalanx.
wizard's been killed in an unfortunate finger fire accident.
I have a magic longsword that just.
Isn't our wizard the one that shot me? Oh no, he's not.
Nope, it was
Who
your
shot?
the robot pilot.
That's
What was
right.
that- what was that a
Smokey.
Gear, go and give me another vigor roll, please.
Vigor roll.
You're fine.
Okay.
says Hurst as a tear runs down his eye?
I'm pretty sure a giant like.
Hey, I got 6 bennies. I'm okay. It's all good.
He was like, I really wish I at least got one of them, but
I'm pretty sure a giant like ant crew is gonna emerge from within the rack.
All right. So after the explosion and the group of you quickly come in and dispatch these foil ants. They are cleared out. They're gone. But unusually, there is this greenish air that lingers around the area, unmoving even with the wind. You even feel a breeze come from behind. You feel your hair, those of you that are actually exposed, a bit disturbed. Even the trees around you, the leaves, the branches. There's a definite flow of air, but this mist hangs, unmoving. It boils on itself, but it doesn't change shape.
Can I cast Detect Arcana to see if this is magic?
Go for it. Just take away the power points. Activate the power.
All right, hold on.
Bork, bork. Borkity bork.
Did you see my... I want to get into a tree up above the mist, if possible. Because I'm, like, right in the middle of it.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a athletics roll. Yeah, you scrub up the tree super quick, Fang. You get to essentially the top, you get to overlook the entire area, and this is where you see more of a sight now. You see that behind, on the other side of the vehicle, there's a bit of a wall of underbrush that separated the group of companions and the vehicle from what you're seeing right now. And there is a bunch of tables out, and there are displayed, being already dissected, a bunch of insects. Their chitinous shells open. You see the queen of this hive, about 13 feet long, and it is spread out. It is pinned, its shell all over down the side to show its internals. And there are glass vials, there are hoses that go into its abdomen, and the hose is clear. And you watch as this greenish liquid flows from the sacs in its abdomen into the hose, into the ground where the generator was.
Does it seem to me that they're like doing some sort of chemical warfare with this?
Maybe.
stuff that they
Now,
emit?
no one was affected by whatever this mist was, but it's not moving. It's not a
Can I
natural
shoot
form
the
mist.
mist?
You don't
So
see it
was
yet.
it magic in nature?
You don't see it. So now I'm going to mention who wants to go investigate the inside of the vehicle now that this happened. Or let me ask all of you. What besides Fang, who's up in the tree right now? What do the rest of you do?
So
I step out of the cloud of mist I'm in.
All right. We're out of combat right now, so we can. In fact, I'm just going to close the map. Actually, I'll leave
Can
that
I-
open.
Damage?
I'll leave it open just for.
Do I automatically unshake?
Yes, everyone can unshake at the end of combat.
Okay.
for this entire time, I was on the sidelines and I was near the vehicle where I was.
Okay.
at
Yeah,
peak.
because I know Trajan did move. So you step inside
Yeah.
Minano. You see that there is a couple of rows of these human-sized vats, glass tinted, metal capped on either end, and there's a machine in the middle that is thrumming with the noise. There is this black hose that you've been following that goes to this machine, and out from it are individual hoses that go to 4 tanks, to another side of this vehicle. And inside the vats are green. It's a greenish liquid, and 2 of them are broken. The glass is shattered and broken, and the liquid slowly kind of just pools out and flows to a broken part of the vehicle and just disappears underneath, leaving 2 intact vials, human size, on the far wall of the vehicle.
Does it look like the liquid is like doing anything to the vehicle? Like, is it like making it corrode?
From your current vantage point, I'm going to say no. Now, what are the rest of you doing?
Damn. All right.
I'm just getting off the, kind of just wiping off the dust and stuff as I'm walking away,
All right.
probably towards the vehicle.
Yeah, I just walk towards the vehicle.
Okay, so you step inside, Trajan, and you see the same sight. You see right before you is Minano, and you see these 2 vats that are still intact, and the other 2 are broken with the liquid seeping out.
Well, and the liquid is green, right?
Yes, it's a bit opaque. You see there's an object, small, bowling ball sized, inside the first, I'll say, tank in front of you, but you can't make out any detail. There's a couple of lights blinking at the bottom, a little diagnostic panel that is registering in some unknown language. Fang, what do you do?
Well, I'm not there yet, am I?
No, well, you're on top. You're out on the tree, so I'm seeing what you're doing from that point.
Okay. First of all, I want to see if I can see any people moving around.
There's no
like
one.
they're. Okay, so it's just open on the table, but nobody's over there.
Yeah, it's clear. You see there are some tools nearby. There's a little bag that is open. It looks like a little doctor's bag. You see some sparkling instruments inside, but there's no one lifelike around.
And I can see that cable is going towards the car that all of my companions just entered.
The cable actually streaks to the machine that you found. You can kind of see where it's at in the underbrush, and then a hose from there streaks to the vehicle. So essentially, yes.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to leap from tree to tree as quickly as possible to try and warn everybody about... I mean, I don't know that they've already gone in and see it, but I'm going to try and get to them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, from your vantage point in the tree, you can see, essentially, you have a bird's eye view, essentially, right now of the entire area. So you watch as they walk into the vehicle. But they themselves can't see what you see.
Okay, yeah, so I want to try and get to them. I'll just jump. Which leads me, I have 2 questions. Can you give me a link for the wild attack option? And how much do we have as a leaping ability? So I can use this pounce ability if I want to.
I'll have to look that up. The
Okay.
leaping or the wild attack. All right, I can't do it for you. On the top right, Jenny, there's a little button that looks like a lightning bolt on a paper. It's the effects. It should be on there.
Oh, okay, wild attack should
It's on
be
the
on
bottom,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
So you can drag that to your
Okay.
hotbar, and then you can drag that to your character.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then... Okay, I'll keep looking for the leaping. So, but basically, I'm gonna leap from treetop to treetop to get to them faster because I have a double.
Tell you what, go ahead and just give me an athletics roll.
Okay.
Fantastic. Those of you outside the vehicle watch as Fang starts essentially jumping from the trees, coming towards all of you. Do you want to get to the ground, Fang?
Yeah, after I'm past all the gas and I can get.
Yeah. So how do you do a landing? What do you do when you get to the ground? How do you land? I want to see how graceful you are. What do you do?
Where's Smokey?
I'm standing right next to the wreck.
Okay, I'm gonna just I'm gonna jump off of his head, trying to push him down backwards as I land. For shooting me. I don't want to hurt him. I just want to.
I'm not gonna have a roll
you know.
because you're not gonna be able to be a robot that way. So.
I'm a robot. You can't push me. So.
I mean,
But
I have a strength of 10.
He is analog, so you can literally jump on him inside the robot.
No.
Oh, like it's open?
No, it's not.
You said it was like an exoskeleton there, Mike.
No, I sent you a video to explain how it works, but
Got it. All right.
I'm entirely confined within its torso.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I do have a strength of 10. Are you sure I could?
You do have a strength of 10?
I have a strength of 12 plus 4.
You know what? You never know. Go for it. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Mike, don't roll yet. Go ahead and roll for your character.
Do I get a plus because of my raise on that athletics?
Yes. You essentially vault yourself off of the tree.
Okay.
Like
so
a catapult.
what do I...
Give
so
yourself
what
plus
am I...
1.
I'll take what I can. Strength, yeah?
Yes.
Aw,
Okay.
sad.
Now, for Smokey, I want him to roll a strength plus...
How do I roll strength on a robot?
You can't, so just roll in chat, but don't roll yet. I'm going to tell you the modifiers. So the strength of the robot is a d12 plus 4. The size difference is going to be a further plus 3. And then...
You don't have to roll. You're fine.
Yeah. Hey, he might actually fumble this. So yeah, roll
I mean,
a d12 plus
roll
7.
a natural 1.
Yeah, d12 plus 7. Okay,
Aww.
he's fine.
And that's my wild guy.
Yeah, your robot, you hear the thunk, and it budges like a centimeter. You feel the slight sway as she just plants off of your the front of your faceplate, essentially, with Smokey, and she just hits the ground.
Okay. And, so there's some buddy around, and they're experimenting on what looks to be maybe the leaders of these ant things. It's gigantic. It's all cut open, and they're pumping the gas into wherever, down underground and into this ATV.
It's liquid here.
Why would anyone do this?
Well, I don't know.
Can I intuit what this could be?
You're not even inside there, Mike, so I'm gonna say no at this. You hear the description. That's about it.
I'm going to punch.
Have I heard about any of this before? Like anything similar to this?
So this, no. This sounds like a mad scientist experiment, essentially.
I'm going to punch
You're gonna punch what, Maddie?
into that capsule and remove that bowling ball.
Okay. So you were back and you just smash a fist against it. It breaks open. You didn't do any damage roll. And as your hand goes inside to grab the bowling ball, it is the form of a small baby.
Whoa!
What is this, Death Stranding?
And it starts crying.
Whoa.
Well,
Why are you feeding babies?
you're now the father, so good luck.
You now have a babe.
Well, my code of honor now demands that I at least for this baby.
Did you just stole someone's child? What is this?
Babu.
He was in a bad situation. I saved him.
What are you talking about? Look how small it is.
It's his skin. It's a little baby boy. His skin is a light green, and as you watch this baby that's crying, and it's a crying baby form, its skin has a bit of I almost want to say a hue that shifts with the light, ranging from the green to a lightish purple.
Would I have ever encountered a creature like this before?
You have not. But go ahead and give me a smarts roll.
Smarts?
Yep.
Oh shit! Look, it can change colors.
You realize that the hue of the baby directly matches the chitinous shell of the ants.
Oh, he's been infused with ant DNA.
But it can change
Have
colors.
we
That's cool.
met Ant-Man?
So essentially, you have a baby that's a hybrid with whatever those.
Yeah. And now I'm angry because someone hurt the baby.
But look, it can change colors. That's interesting, right? Wait, what if you put it?
Yeah.
What if you put it against the tree?
I have a more pressing question. Who stole a baby?
I point towards Trajan.
No, I mean like whoever put a baby in a tube here had
Oh.
to
Yeah,
have
stole the
gotten it
baby.
from somewhere.
Well, I know the
Fang
ant.
said- The
I know-
Fang said someone was experimenting on the queen. We need a...
Yeah.
Can I make a roll to calm the crying baby?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll at -2.
I've never seen this creature before. It's a baby.
It just cries, and it's just loud. It's obnoxious. The baby is just crying.
How high pitched is the noise? Can I bear it?
Go ahead and give me a spirit roll. Yes, you can. It's starting to grate on your nerves, though.
All right, I'm a head out. You deal
Alright.
with this.
Can I
I'm
try
about to
this?
head out.
I'll leave the vehicle.
Don't give the baby to the wizard. He drops everything.
I'll just call him down, then you can carry it.
Oh yeah, calm him down.
I'm not carrying it. I'm a robot.
Wait, with how frequent the wizard trips, he's gonna throw the baby to the ground.
I'm just gonna do this. Oh, wait,
Well,
does
we're
that
going to
even work?
walk into a combat situation. We can't actually take the baby with us.
You're not putting the baby in my robot.
Wait,
I'm not putting the baby in the robot.
What are you casting, Samadhi?
Boost trait, and I'm gonna boost persuasion, and then try to calm the baby down.
Well, you failed.
Okay, but you did
Damn.
fail.
Can I? Wait,
I hover my
wait,
hand and fizzle
hold
out
on.
a spell.
Wait a minute. I got a
go.
question. Can I use my jack of all trades to gain persuasion and try to calm the baby down?
You're in a robot, Mike. No.
Can I?
But
can
maybe
I
it likes robots.
Babies are still inside the vehicle. What I got.
Wait, how big is it? How big is the baby?
I'm
Size of
assuming, our
volleyball.
Sized.
I'm assuming our APC has a radio, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna radio back to headquarters. I'm gonna contact Rorik.
Yes, this is Warwick. What do you need? What do you have to report?
Rorik, we encountered a crashed vehicle with all these weird-looking ants around it, and inside of the vehicle, in a capsule, was a baby, and this baby has the same color as the ants we just encountered.
Repeat. You did say baby.
Can I walk?
I'll motion Trojan to come closer with the child, so he
Trajan.
can hear the. Sorry,
You
Trajan.
can hear the crying.
So you can hear the crying of the child.
Yo, it can change colors, Rorik. Did you know?
No, he didn't. He
Which I
dropped
made
it.
me dream.
Rorik, what do you want to do?
Your mission still stands. Deal with it. Warwick out.
All right, he's going in the robot. That's the best place for him. We can't keep him in the APC.
This is where you notice that the last tank starts to beep. and you see another form start to move inside that tank.
Uh-oh.
I go to investigate it.
The
Trip,
tank,
fall, break. The
you hear a
tank.
click, the escaping sound of gases, and then the tank lid opens up, spilling all of the green liquid onto the ground into the hole that's kind of a small little funnel to have all the liquid escape. And standing there is a man wearing small breeches, his chest, his legs exposed. They are green with a mixture of purplish, chitinous color. He looks very emaciated, his eyes sucking deep into the hollows of his face. He starts gasping.
Take deep breaths, buddy. Is this your baby?
I did it! I have done it to myself! Ah!
Oh my god, this guy's a madman.
I am now the most invincible being! Ah! I feel the power flowing through my veins!
I'm a head out.
Take the baby.
You're gonna hand him the child?
Don't give a baby to a vampire.
Well, that's a crazed madman. I don't think we should give the baby to a lunatic.
No. I hand whoever just back the baby.
Wait, you do what, Maddie?
I hand Sahati the baby. Take this.
Okay.
You give me the baby?
Don't
Yes,
give
I
the
give-
baby to the person
You
who
got the
trips
baby.
all the time.
Somebody's got the
Oh,
baby.
God.
All right, I activate my psi sword. Flare my psi sword again.
You think that will hurt me? No! I am the most invincible being of this plane now. Feel my wrath as he explodes into a
As a
green
person-
fire.
As a person of code of honor, you're awful quick to judge.
I'm glad
He's
I'm not,
insane.
I'm glad I'm not there when he exploded.
Insane people are not evil. You're supposed to give them help, not kill them.
That's what America does.
I'm American, all right?
I'm a lobotomize this guy.
Kill them all at God, sort of.
Curing mental illness, one bullet at a time.
Now, as your rightful ruler, bow before me.
Wait, did he explode? Is he still alive?
Oh, he's a light and flame, a green flame.
All right, can I walk up to him and just like sucker punch him with all my might,
Okay. Give me a fighting roll.
Like- with the intention of knocking him out? Oof.
Roll damage.
What damage?
Just
Like-
roll me a strength roll. Strength roll plus d4.
Okay. Strength 4. Ooh. Can I re-roll that strength roll? Oh, never mind. That was my d4. Never mind.
Yeah. You punch his head, and his head explodes into a green goo, and his body falls to the ground.
What the fuck, dude?
All right,
Nice.
that's dealt with. Now, how do we deal with the baby?
Well, I'm going to. Are there like computers?
Sorry, Maddie, you broke up.
Are there like computer terminals and stuff in here?
No, you got the little machine in the middle, but that's about it. And there's some more things if Fang mentioned it on the outside, on the other side of this vehicle.
Does this green thing like stick to me? Can I like wipe it off, like shake it
Yes.
off, or? All right, I'm shaking it off. It's like casually, not. All right, I don't know what the shit was, but it's sure is sticky on my hand.
You should probably burn the body.
It is burning right now.
Yeah, it's on fire. Been on fire.
Then we're
Oh,
good.
look, it's self-sufficient too.
We should probably continue the mission, boys.
Who
And
the
girls.
fuck am I in a team with? You just murdered someone.
I didn't murder him. I was meant to knock him out, but if that was all it took, I mean, he sure wouldn't be able to make it back home.
And he obviously did this to the baby.
I mean,
Well, do you have any proof?
he did
He
sound
said, I did this to myself. It worked.
What if the
And-
baby did it to
Right.
itself?
I think he is implying that he caused that baby to be how it is right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever you do, if their head explodes so easily, don't drop the baby.
Let's just continue the mission. That's our orders from Rourke.
He is right. He's goddamn right.
Until then, you're gonna have to watch over them, Chris, because no one else can protect them, and you have a giant robot that can protect them from.
I am not putting a potentially explosive baby inside my robot.
You
Right next to me.
I like those words.
you have to watch the baby.
This is one of those quotable things. I'm not putting
I like
a potentially explosive baby in my robot.
I like to raise my hands in like resignation, walking back to the. I am not on the baby duty. See ya, boys, later. Outside the vehicle.
I can take care of this baby if no one else wants.
You're gonna fall on your face, and the baby's gonna get hurt.
We're gonna have to put the baby in the APC.
We're not even sure if the baby's not evil or something.
Look at him. It's a baby. How can this thing be evil?
What-
As I
what
turn
if
him around
You
and
have
show
to
him.
raise
What if-
it.
Samadi,
what if-
We're gonna have,
Real quick.
to raise the baby.
Samadi, go ahead and give me a notice roll, please.
It will pop like a balloon if you fucking touch the ground.
You notice that your arms are a little bit tired now compared to before.
Oh,
Oh, it's heavy.
how close? Wait, I walk towards the APC. Are we in the vehicle?
You can be if you want to.
Alright, I'm gonna place it down in the comfiest seat I find.
Okay, go
strap
and give
it
me an
in,
agility
sit
roll
next-
as you go to the APC with the baby in your arms.
Because you're clumsy ass. I'm gonna be sure walking right behind him. By the way.
Wait, I'm already in the APC. You fuck.
I don't like this.
Don't destroy it. No.
Okay, he gets in. He gets in the APC. Baby in hand.
Baby power, let's go.
All right, what do you wish to do with the baby?
Sit it down comfortably and sit next to it, and hopefully it doesn't fall over and die.
Okay, you put a couple of cushions out. You put a couple of actually not cushions, but a couple of garments, clothing out. You set the baby on top to let the baby kind of relax, and yeah, the baby is just sitting there, sucking its thumb.
And I sit next to it. Just be a father now, apparently.
What are you doing?
Taking care of the baby.
I'll hop in the driver's seat and continue
Wait.
on.
What are you gonna put your freaking?
Hold on, there's still more to investigate here.
If you want to investigate,
I
you
think
might-
we investigated everything. We looked at the vehicle. Fang went over to go look at the brush, and Rourke said we gotta go.
I'm going to follow the cable.
Okay.
Well, actually, you said for us to go, not Rorik, but I don't think we
No.
have a limit.
Well, as I
Rourke said
mentioned, well, it's going to be a couple days, so spending like an hour to investigate is not going to be that big of a deal. But I'm not sure if Fang mentioned it, but Fang saw an operating table and the queen ant on the other side of the vehicle.
Yeah, that's where the wire was going.
Guys,
Yes.
how
I
many
heard
tubes?
her talk about it.
How many tubes were in the thing?
In the vehicle?
Two. They're two connected to the pod where the baby was.
Okay.
So only me and Salamari are inside the vehicle, just looking over the baby.
No, I'm in the vehicle.
Yep, he's
All
getting
right.
ready to go. All right, that leaves Trajan. You go to the other side to investigate?
Yeah, I want to go check out that operating table.
All right. What about you, Chris?
I'm gonna go towards the follow the cables too, I guess.
All right. You watch as the cable, and use your diagnostic sensors now to follow the cables, and it goes to a generator in the ground, and that is where there is a small little containment chamber that is essentially mixing some stuff together, and hoses go from that to the admin of the queen ant that's laying on the table. This very, very large queen ant. Obviously dead. There is a doctor's bag on the table, open, with some devices and some instruments inside. Some are splayed out along the table in the midst of this experiment that was going on.
Can I see if I recognize any of these devices?
They're essentially surgical dissection equipment. But
Okay.
looking at the bag, you do find a photo. And looking at it, it is an electronic photo, and it shows a man, a child, and a wife. And they're grouped together for a little group photo pose.
Does the man look familiar?
Looks like the man, that guy's head exploded. The baby, looks like the baby he was holding. The girl,
Can I take
no longer here. Or you don't see her,
Can
at
I
least.
take a look at the big queen and try to look at the guts and see if I can figure out what was going on here?
Go ahead and give me a medicine roll. Or a healing roll.
Medicine. How about science?
Science will work also. Ooh, alright. So, Chris, you have to get a robot to look at this, so...
Do I have to?
Yes, I'm not going to do everything inside a robot. Not this kind of stuff like this.
I literally have. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not going to do everything inside a robot, so no. To investigate like the medical stuff like this, you have to get a robot. So,
All right.
but you have like a quick entry and quick exit. So, because you have to poke around, you can't do that in a robot. You're like literally 10 feet above this thing, looking it down. You can't do the investigation roll that way. But you go and take a look, and you find that the woman, or her body at least, is inside the abdomen of the giant ant.
Oh,
Did she grow into an ant, or was she embedded into the air?
You can't quite tell. It could be either one.
I'm a shoot the ant.
is she alive?
No, they're both dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the ant.
Okay. You do a pop with your pistol, and you put it in.
No, like with the big gun with high explosive rounds. Destroy this abomination.
Oh, okay, got it. You do a big pop. You do boom with your gun, and you kind of blow the table apart with the body and the ant.
All right, now we can go.
All right.
Was there anything useful inside of the vehicle?
Ooh, I should have mentioned that.
Can we loot it for any goodies?
Any goodies? Roll me a D20. Someone please roll me D20.
D20.
We got it. Chris did it. I have no idea laughing at that. I'll have to look at it later.
This is some serious fun stuff going on. The creepy scene. Oh, this is great.
I'm gonna assume something's going on.
It's going great. It's going great, Paul.
A wizard's becoming a nutritionist.
Yep.
Alright, give me a second. I'm doing stats on something real quick.
Chris, what are we going to do about the baby?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Jetty.
Okay, I'm back.
You missed a lot of exposition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We now
This was
we now have a baby.
what kind of baby?
She wasn't ready to that.
And that's okay because you know I always listen to the stream afterwards, so I'll
Yeah,
hear it.
There's a bit of things going on apparently.
There's a lot of
Okay.
things going on in the chat box right now.
Oh, an ant baby?
No, a human ant baby.
Mutant baby.
Oh, gross.
Hey,
Hey, it's cute.
don't call him gross, all right? He's my baby now.
Somebody's taking a quite liking to him. He's a new dad now.
All right. Well,
Who's gonna feed him?
is he immune to the gas stuff?
You want to gas a baby
Gas
to try
stuff,
that out?
too.
I
In
mean,
fact, is there any gas stuff around here still?
The fog mist is still there.
Okay, I'm gonna just. Hey, Gear, can you walk in that cloud for me?
who, me?
No, Gear.
Oh.
You want me to walk into a cloud?
Yeah.
Well, I'm done in the car, so yeah, I'll hop out of the car. Why do you want me to go hop in a gas?
Well,
With the baby.
You're potentially the least. Out of all of us.
You
I
want
think
me to?
You're the most likely to be affected by it, but also in the least damaging way. I wouldn't we don't know what it does. I figured you could walk in and take a couple of deep breaths and see what happens.
You talking about the child?
No,
I'm
I feel
talking
like
about the fart gas.
He wants
I feel
you to
like the-
inhale it.
I think the vampire is the best candidate for that.
No, I'm good. I'm not doing that.
No, because he can't be hurt by stuff.
No, the vampire's fine. I'm not doing it.
But we gotta figure out what it does.
No, I'm good.
But you're only like a brain. You don't have a body that can mutate into something weird.
You're just a brain. What do you even do?
Yeah, a brain that's still smart enough to know what's dangerous in that.
You're just a fucking brain on legs. What do you do, man?
Well,
It's
how
not money.
else do
Stop
we
my
figure out what
brain
this?
against the baby.
How else do we figure out what this gas does? I mean, it's not going anywhere. You can't blow it away. It doesn't feel normal.
Could my sensors identify the gas? Would I be able to identify what's in there?
Could we do a nature or survival check? What is the equivalent to nature in this? Survival?
I'll tell you what. You tell me the rules you want to use, and I'll give information based on what you roll.
So for me, it would be obviously using my optics to see super into the bacteria or atoms to identify what it is, what kind of pathogens and whatnot are inside of it.
Okay. Your optics aren't that good. You still need an actual microscope or medical equipment for that.
I'm wondering if it's something like natural, because it came from a creature.
Is it affecting the trees?
He said it was.
And
Well,
Paul,
it was unaffected.
how do we recover power points?
So recover power points, you can recover 5 every hour.
Mm-hmm.
If you're next to a ley line, you recover more.
Okay. And we are next to a ley line, correct?
No.
Has it been an hour since we fought?
With everything that's going on in the investigation right now, yes. Everyone can take back 5 power points.
I'm getting back in the APC again.
Hmm.
Hearing them talking about the child again, that I'm kind of interested.
Okay. So I'm going to head back to the APC. All right, we got to go back to base.
What do you mean back to base? We're supposed to keep going.
Yeah,
We can't take a baby into a combat situation.
It's fine.
Works as
He's
we
got
have
his
to.
dad with him.
look, he's protected by the lane walker. I'm sure he'll be fine.
You can't walk 10 feet without tripping.
He made it to the car with the baby in hand.
Somebody, go and give me a d20 roll, please.
body?
Sahamati.
Oh. D20.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Hey. The baby lives one more day.
Crunch.
Is the baby gonna start crying?
No, it's looking at you. Yeah, I think it's hungry. It's getting hungry.
What's it doing?
Maybe
You gotta
it
feed
eats.
it. You
Maybe
gotta
it
feed
eats the gas stuff.
Maybe we should put it in the pond and let it drink some water and hold its head down underneath.
We are not murdering a baby.
It's a baby you're talking about. I'm not having this discussion.
What are
Man,
you
if you excuse me, I have some
We don't
embarrassing
even
things
know
to do.
what it is.
I pick
All
up
right.
the baby.
I'm gonna stick my head in the gas and inhale it.
You turn into a full-fledged parent in the sun of 10,000.
Feng, you get a fatigue.
Oh.
Okay. So can I make some kind of roll now to figure out what this stuff does?
You're not quite sure. You just feel a little bit weaker.
That's it? I have no idea what it does?
You just feel a little bit weaker, a little bit lightheaded.
Come on, I bit the bullet and took one for the team.
I know.
The,
And
the
we'll
hell
be
does
more
this
later
stuff
on,
do?
don't worry.
Alright.
We'll put you under observation. If you turn green, my condolences.
Green cat lady.
Okay.
Maybe it goes away, like carrots.
So,
But from what I can tell, you have to actually inhale it for it to have any effect.
What was the hit for?
Wait, are you hitting? You were killing the baby? What are you doing?
Oh my god.
The baby
What?
goes, it goes and lunges, and mandibles spear out of its mouth.
Wait,
and
how do
embeds
we-
into your chest.
I told you we should have killed it.
Bad baby.
There you go.
Where did you teleport?
Where do you put it?
Back at its seat.
And just like that, the relationship is over.
You know what we should have done? He should have teleported. He was like, where did it go? Shrugs.
You teleport it back into its seat. It starts letting out its arms, crying. What do you do?
Throw the rations at it.
Okay.
Kind of like Wingu.
I take a small portion of the rations that I have. I put it in my mouth. I let the fluids mix for a while
Oh my god.
until it's pure goo. I reluctantly take the goo out of my mouth and approach the child.
I leave. I walk out of the ATV.
As you do this, the baby melts and explodes.
oh,
And in its place are the swarm of foil ants.
What the fuck?
The baby!
Kill the ants.
Shabati is fucking
Dead.
traumatized for life. Will never be a dad again.
Never dead.
Wait, what happened?
The baby exploded into ants.
Oh my god.
So now somebody who's gonna take care of the child.
I approach.
All right, you have 2 wounds right now, so Hamadi. The ants just swarmed you for 1 more. Do you want to soak this? You're going to take it.
Help!
Soak it.
I'll get away from the driver and I'll go.
Hold on. That
Can I
didn't work.
shoot the ATV?
No.
There you go.
It's soaked.
Oh, the 2 wounds.
Did I remove 2 wounds?
Yeah.
No, that was
Because
from
of
before.
8.
No, you have 2 wounds.
It said he
Yeah, but-
took 2 of them.
Yeah, he rolled an 8.
Well, no, the 2 wounds are from when the baby initially bit him and he teleported the baby away.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh.
he got bit there, yeah.
Wait, then what is this thing that had happened now?
The ants biting you. The baby attacked you, gave you 2 wounds, and then he teleported away.
Yeah, but he...
Am I? Wait, that means I'm dead, right?
No,
I
you
got
got 3 wounds.
wounds.
Did you want to soak those that baby bite?
Yeah, that as well.
Okay, we drag it back to your character sheet, and then you can go ahead and soak that.
I approached
Oh god.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, though.
the baby.
Paul, he rolled an 8, which would have taken care of 2.
Well,
No, but
that
you
would have
can't-
been for that was for this current one.
You can't.
You got
Also,
bit twice.
I'll use that roll for the 2 wounds, which will get rid of the 2 wounds from the baby biting you. The ants biting you will now be for another roll.
Okay.
You know, I can't help but feel like me and Gear are responsible for this.
Somewhat.
All right. So that soak would not do anything with this 1 wound. You have no wounds right now, Samadhi, so you're fine. Do you want to take this? Actually, no. You would have got a 5. You're fine. Okay. Okay. So you soaked when the baby tried to bite you with its mandibles. You pushed away. You teleported it away. And the ants, well, you're fine with. Goes top of the round. Gear. There's a swarm of ants inside the vehicle.
Yep, I'm getting out of the driver's seat, whip out my sword, and start
No,
stabbing.
don't kill Charlie.
I'm stabbing the ants.
Okay.
No, Charlie.
You have
No.
an action to whip out your sword now. So it'll be 2 actions to. It'll be a second action to hit it at -2.
Yep.
Go ahead
Wait,
and
so
target it.
where is it in the
Yeah,
back of the
that's our-
vehicle?
Yes, this is in the ATV.
Yeah, our
We need to get
ATV.
the ants out of the ATV first before we kill them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Don't...
just open the car doors. We'll just open the door.
Yeah, don't kill them. Inside.
I take the rations. I approach the baby.
Can I shoot the ATV?
No, we need it firmly alive. Well, at least working. I have an idea. I'm gonna roll around and make sure the ants start biting me. I want the ants to start biting me.
Okay. All right. So you essentially walk into the middle of them, and they all climb onto you. Now they can wound you though, if possible. So I'm gonna have them do attack on you
Yeah, go for it.
for just being blatant about it. So let's do this.
Can I? Couldn't Shimadi just teleport them again?
Well, there's a lot of them now.
Yeah, a
that's
swarm. I'm
more-
gonna say not to a swarm.
Yeah, that's more than one.
Can you teleport the ATV away from the swarm?
It's gonna be a bro moment. Unironically.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay. They are firmly on top of you. At this point, they're all on you. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna open the door and just walk out,
Okay.
and then that's it. Unless you want me to stab myself or try to hit myself with that, how much would that be? Would that still be the -2, or do you want to do -4?
Hit yourself. No, you're a little more detailed. Go and do a normal attack roll against them. Just fight them. Normal.
All right.
Yeah, this game's wild, dude. Shit.
I can't believe my baby died.
I can't believe you reluctantly approached the
And then do you want me to give you that bigger roll?
No. That was for them. No, they died. They had 1 wound.
No, I know, but do you want me to give the bigger roll for the gas?
Oh, yes, please.
There you go.
Okay, you're fine.
And then I'm just gonna start again swiping my armor, hopping back in the driver's seat. Sorry, Sahamati.
I fully expect them to give the speech from Gladiator.
Yo, are you okay? I mean, you had some connection there, right?
No, I'm fine.
Did we find anything else in the other vehicle?
Oh,
worth-
yes. Inside the party sheet, you'll find a couple items.
Oh.
Where the heck's
Alright.
the party sheet?
Top right-hand corner, it looks like
Oh,
little
yeah,
people.
There it is.
A couple high explosive grenades and a light ion pistol.
I don't want any of that.
I want Sahamati to make a spirit check, see if he's actually okay, hiding back here.
He burst out crying.
He's just in tears.
Oh, and a family photo of the little family that.
I'm wearing a full face mask, so
All you see is water.
Wait. Can I roll a notice check to hear him sobbing?
Oh no, we can see the little.
Yeah.
We can see the glass in his eye holes start filling up.
that's sweat.
No, my eyes are sweating.
Yo, you crying?
No, it's just raining.
How's it raining?
Shut up.
How's it raining?
I understand somebody.
Hey, Ear, did you start driving?
No, I'm in the driver's seat ready to take off. When Sahamadi's ready to go.
When he calmed down.
When he's ready, after the loss of his first child.
I'm just gonna sit down for a while.
Guys,
Look what you did, Paul. Paul, look what you did.
I can't believe you guys thought that this baby was not gonna turn into a monster.
Oh,
I'm just gonna go sit down like the crestfallen warrior and just stay there forever.
Mike, I knew he was gonna be like an alien shit, but
No, I'm asking in character.
oh, nah, I thought he was cool.
It was a baby. What do you want us to do?
I thought he was fine. He just had a misshapen color is
It was
all.
growing. It was green and blue.
We didn't know he'd freaking explode.
Yeah, after you punched his dad and he exploded, you didn't.
That wasn't me. That was the fucking vampire.
It doesn't matter who. Elias, let's not get bogged down with who done what to who.
Hey, hold on now.
Whoa. Look, my skin is pale, his was green. What's the fucking difference? Who knows if he was whatever that shit was? I mean,
How are we to know that there were ants living inside the child?
dude, the ants were bigger than the child. How is that possible?
Yeah, what the hell?
Where were the ants stored inside a little body?
Fang, I need you to give me a vigor roll at -2, please.
A vigor roll at -2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fang's about to burst open with.
Why'd it go -3? Oh, because of the fatigue.
You start to gag, Fang. You
Uh-oh.
start to
She's gonna
suffocate.
puke. She's gonna,
I'm
she's gonna-
suffocating?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Can I try to heal myself?
Somebody give her like that, the choke grab thing where you push the stomach. She's about to puke some ants.
Yes, you can if you want
No.
to, Fang. Go and give me a healing roll.
Okay, I'm backing away from everybody because I don't want anybody to touch me.
She's gonna have ants burst through her stomach.
Wait, what if those ants are like fungi and they grow
Wait.
inside?
Can
Yeah,
I
that's
cast
what I'm thinking.
healing, but with neutralized poison and disease on her?
So you start to cough, and you essentially you feel something in your throat. And you start doing essentially the Heimlich to yourself, and after a couple of moments, an egg comes out of your mouth.
It's a furball.
Oh, God!
No, it's a furball, guys. Trust me.
I don't know.
Oh.
Were made of shells. What is
I didn't lay an egg, I just barfed up an egg.
Yes.
Same.
So- Did the healing work?
Yes.
Congratulations, you're a mom now.
Approaches the GG.
I approach the egg.
Paul, I'm the closest one to it, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick
You're
it up.
holding it. You're holding it essentially now.
Does this ATV thing have any windows or anything?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I'm chucking it out a window.
Okay. It goes out the window.
My
and
second baby, no.
It hits a tree. It just splatters with green ichor
Oh!
inside it.
Into chicken yolk.
How do I feel now? Do I feel better?
Yes, your fatigue is gone.
But your morality is lowered.
Let me
You've just committed babyside.
let me
Can
just
I-
do this on you.
Infanticide.
Can I make some sort of roll to see if I throw up?
Give me a spirit roll.
I mean, you just murdered. I mean,
Aww.
You feel dead. This thing is out of you.
Okay. Well, now I know what the green gas does.
How do you feel about being a mom?
For all of 2 seconds.
Don't ever say those words again, ever. Don't. Never, ever. Gross.
I mean, look, cat people did worse things. I ain't complaining.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
There.
Hold on.
Oh,
Before we start,
don't you know how...
start,
All right.
Don't make it weird.
Yeah,
let's stop right there.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
we're about to have party PvP, Paul.
Yeah, no, don't make it weird.
We're gonna stop right there. We're
Well,
done with the whole baby thing.
Look, I'm just trying to aggravate her because we both hate each other.
Is
Guys, can we-
everybody
Yeah,
in
no,
the car?
oi, stop. Can we go back to asteroids crashing into ATVs again?
No, you're a robot. You catch it, right?
Look,
Wait, did we load
Gear,
up
can
the
you?
robot again before?
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got the
yes.
robot stowed.
Gear,
Okay.
let's
So,
get moving,
Yeah.
please.
All right.
And I think that I will ride on the outside of the ATV this time just to be by myself.
Got it.
Oh yeah, you throw up all over the ATV and now you don't even sit in it.
Don't even clean it up.
Yeah, no. What do you mean, clean
She
it
didn't
up?
throw
I
up.
threw it out the window.
Yeah,
You
she
think-
spit the egg,
you
but she
think
didn't throw
the
up.
egg came with- You think the egg came with no side dishes?
Hold on now. The egg buster came with something.
Okay, so we're moving forward.
Yes.
So after a couple of days, by the way, that's just a random counter for riffs. So that's a random counter for riffs of how I handle it. So you move a couple of days forward.
So,
What?
so you make a baby in a random encounter all the time?
He rolled it.
No, I just made it up right now.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing was made up on the spot. I have nothing planned right now. I just made that up. So you traverse to the west, a couple more days, and you reach the destination where you know this settlement is called Melbrook.
Delbrick?
Yes, I'll type it out.
Okay.
This is
Mel Brooks? Spaceballs?
Not Spaceballs, no. Although I love that movie.
I'm surrounded by assholes. Alright.
All right. So in the distance, you see the town of Melbrook, and as you look at it, there is nothing astir. Now I'm gonna say you're a couple miles out. You're able to use the optics of the vehicle, and those of you that have it, to take a look at there's an actual stone wall that goes around the town, and at each corner, essentially it's a square shaped town with the wall. On each corner, there's an actual little turret. Looks like a laser turret that's on the corner, and at the gate, there's also two turrets that are actively scanning. You can see the turrets move, and you watch as some birds overhead fly over the town, and all the turrets in view of you actually turn to track the flock of birds. You watch as the guns momentarily change orientation to track each individual bird for a moment before they reach back down to the horizon level of the terrain and to slowly scan the terrain. Nothing's locking on you. You're probably far outside of its range currently, but watching the town, there is no signs of any activity. There's no smoke in the air. There's no people about. There's some lights on, but there's nothing that gives the impression of a living town. What do you wish to do?
So the turrets are still operational,
Yes.
and there's nobody around.
You
Is
just got
this
there?
our-
Yes, this is your destination, the town of Melbrook.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the town that it's roughly about 200 people, and it is made up predominantly of humans. There are some recorded by the Legion that there are some from a alternate reality Earth, but there's no actual recorded DBs within the town. And as you watch, you just got here, you spend about 5 minutes scanning it. So after 5 minutes, you see this. You're about 4 miles out, as you have a good kind of sight into the town from a slightly elevated position. So what I want to know from all of you is, what would you like to do?
Just because I wasn't here in the very beginning when we got this so-called mission, what are we supposed to be doing here?
All right, someone tell her I go pee again.
Is someone committing infanticide over there?
Okay, so our mission,
Yes.
if we were to look at the map, was that we were coming from the castle and we are going to the town of Melbrook, where Melbrook
Bastard.
has been helping us.
I bought one today.
Has been helping us out
$60 chair off
against
Amazon.
the contingent.
Maddie, can you mute your mic for a second?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Continue, Ryan.
So we were basically recruited by Rourke to tell us to go down to the town of Melbrook, where they have been helping us against the contingent. And Rourke had told us to head down there because he had heard that the contingent had started approaching more from the south. They had started coming more north from Mexico. So he's telling us to head down to Melbrook to help out, or to, stop any contingent members from showing up and hurting the town. And we were basically to get them out of there.
So we're basically backup.
Yes. And he said if anything is too big for us to handle, we are to get out immediately, because he doesn't want us going there. We're kind of just the scouting part.
Okay. All right.
So we're to go and scout. Yeah.
Okay.
We're to scout it out. If it's bigger than what we can see, like if the contingent has come and taken over the town already, then we are to leave and come back with reinforcements from Rourke. But if it's something we can handle, we'll take care of it and then go back.
Okay.
And that's
all right,
what we're
sounds
doing.
good. All right, so as you oversee the town, you're on a slightly elevated position, not enough to get like a bird's eye view at all, just to see the first couple of buildings within. Now, the makeup of the buildings. Now, I mentioned the wall is made up of stone. The front gate, large enough to fit a couple of vehicles to go through. There are a couple of dirt roads that lead to the front gate of this town. The buildings are a mix of wood, stone, as well as steel, or I would say scrap steel construction. It's just less than, I would say, modern. Again, turrets are moving, but besides that, no other activity. What do you want to do?
I could sneak around and see if I can find out what's...
You said we're on a hill, right?
The hill is not significant in any way, so you're on it right now, and it's not enough of a vantage point to get like a beat of sight into the town. It's not high enough.
Okay. Are there any entrances that, like a sewer or anything else that we could see around the town?
Looking around does not you see from your current vantage point. If you wish to take the vehicle or scout around the town to get more of a point, you can. We're going to do some rolls if you do.
Fang, did you want to look around here real quick?
Sure.
Do we have radios in the APC?
All you have personal radios. They can, yes, the APC does.
Okay.
And I believe the radios can go, I want to say 15 miles. It could be less.
And how big of the town would you say we are?
It's 200 people, so it's probably about maybe a mile in, maybe less than that. Not to hit about 500 people.
All right. Well, I mean, I do have mind link.
Or sorry, 200 people.
So I could just, relay information back that way.
I was gonna say we could split the teams.
Okay.
If we want to do that, we can split into teams here.
I mean,
You would be teaming with who, though?
yeah, who else is stealthy enough?
You and the wizard. Well, no, not the wizard. Wizards.
I can be pretty stealthy.
Yeah, you two, Trajan and Fang, you two can go together. Do a
I can be
recon
pretty
around the perimeter
I can be pretty stealthy too.
when you're not in your mech.
No, when I'm in my mech. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
hell no. They get like -8 to stealth rolls. There's no way in hell you'd be stuck with the mech.
Well, Chris thinks he's stealthy.
He could think
Weird.
that, but he could be not at all. So
Your
Isn't that-
pilot could be stealthy, but not the robot.
yeah, the pilot can be, but the mech sure as hell won't be.
I'll just take Trajan?
Now, the
Trajan.
add-on. Now,
Trajan!
real quick, to add on to that. Yes, Mike, you can be stealthy. You just have to get a phenomenal damn roll to do it, or get a mech that's actually built for it. You're just not built for being stealth.
Is that a challenge?
You could try. You just have to deal with the consequences. What happens?
Lamau, they're like, well, they're just gonna hear you coming. Suddenly, a thunderstorm rolls up.
All right. Then we'll drop you two off here. We'll circle around, and then we'll see if we can find another entrance around.
All right, real quick, I'll cast Mind Link on Gear, so him and I can communicate if necessary. It lasts for 30 minutes.
No, next.
And we are back to the most professional maps ever.
Shush.
Uh-oh.
Oh, beautiful, Paul. 7 out of 10.
You're lucky you didn't see his ghost.
I shared
No,
it.
we saw
I didn't share it.
We saw it. We saw the ghost.
Oh, you did?
We know about the ghost.
Yeah.
The ghost was awesome.
Wait, I didn't see it.
So this is your current point right here. So this is what you see of the town. Here is the road that does lead. Stop laughing at me.
That's Ellen right now. You posted a picture.
Sahamari.
I can't believe this has happened. I can't.
The gif right above is what happens when you hold a baby.
No.
It looks so fucking melancholic.
Okay, so that's the sight you see right now.
Okay.
So we were supposed to investigate this town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And there's already a 2-man group detached from us, and we're just going to a different.
Holy
No, I know, I'm
Jesus.
just-
2-person.
So essentially, position yourselves where you want to be as we try this out.
Well, we're going with separate groups, right?
Yeah, so we'll go one at a time.
So,
Yep.
So put y'all stuff right here, and then I want to see, essentially, put yourselves where you want to be before we continue the next scene.
Okay, well, we're dropping off Fang and Trajan. Sorry.
Trajan, guys.
Trajan.
It's gonna get me a minute here.
You all failed high school history, apparently.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you all failed. Trajan.
Anyway, so we're gonna drop off Fang and Trajan here. And then the rest of us are gonna drive to a different point.
All right, so move to the place you want to be.
So, well, I'm gonna drive the car.
So who wants to team up with me? Because
I'm probably going with you.
I think we're going over this way, Trajan, around the north side of the building, I guess.
All right.
I'm gonna buddy up with the mech.
Yep.
I'm gonna buddy up with a mech too.
Is there like a spot I can chill on top of it, or?
I mean, if you want to ride on top of it, sure, but with your clumsiness, it's up. Do it at your own risk.
Wait, before we drop off, I want to establish a mind link with Chris. Because I also have that ability. So I'm going to do that.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm going to mind link you.
Why not me? Dude, spend one more thing. You can mind link me as well.
No,
What's
you're
your mind link?
But
Well, you should probably mind link the wizard.
Alright, I'll do it. Because I'll mind link both Samari and Chris. So read the ability. Actually, no, I can't do 2 of them. No, I can't. Never mind, I can't. So all 3 of us are linked, but I think only me can speak. No, we can all speak to each other at least.
Hey, manana.
Can you get him?
Mic check 1 2.
All right. So do you two want to wait here? I could leave the APC here with you guys, and then me and Minato can go.
Manana, you mean?
Minato. me and Minato can head to the south.
I'm gonna speak in Chris's mind. Can you shut the fuck up?
Whoa. What is this? What did I just hear?
This is my ability. I can speak to you, but only the conscious thoughts we want to send.
This is like extremely intrusive.
Gives a shit.
Hello?
I need you in case we ever get in trouble with your.
Wait, you're in here too?
Hi.
Oh yeah, I joined him too. Have fun.
Now we can speak outside the mech with each other.
Now we can argue about the child without anybody hearing.
Listen.
Minato, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Okay. I think this is how we're gonna start it.
Why would you come with me though?
Listen. I can't do anything stealthy, and I'm not good with close quarter combat. I'm just gonna stand back and let these people that are good at that take care of themselves.
Why the heck did you become part of this team? I thought they were sending good people.
Shut up.
So, what do you want from us, Paul?
All right, so I got the group up top. I got the group down here. What's the hill group doing?
I guess
Oh.
Overwatch.
Waiting.
Yeah, I linked I linked myself, Chris, and Samadhi together with a mind link. So for 30 minutes, up to 1 mile.
Okay.
So if anything happens, I can call them over, and they can they're like Overwatch.
All right.
So I can call
I'm
them.
pretty
back.
sure I can shoot anything from here anyway.
Yeah, but in case you can't see us from your point.
Well,
of
yeah,
view.
they said the hill had no significance, so there's really no advantage on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, you would not build anything in the middle of the town. Besides like past that line, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you're basically Overwatch, and I have you as backup on Mind Link.
Alright. That's fine.
Yeah. And then me and Fang are mind linked as well. Well, Fang and I.
No, it failed.
Oh, it failed? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, unless Paul let me roll it again.
Do you have a
You can Benny it.
Do you have a
Oh, I
Benny?
could Benny it. Yeah, let me Benny it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll try it again.
because if you don't do it, we're cut off from you.
Yeah, I think I'm good there.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus. It
yeah.
super works.
So I'm for up to 5 miles at this point.
Okay. All right. So what I want is for each group. So we got 3. We got top, Kale, and the bottom group. So top group, I want you both. No, don't roll yet. I'm going to give you a couple rules or a couple of instructions. All groups
Okay.
are going to roll perception. It's going to be one main roller. You decide who's going to be it, and the second person is going to help out by adding to their roll, but also rolling. Then I want each to also roll stealth if they wish to stealth, or how they're going to move up to and investigate.
All right.
My notice and stealth are high.
You go and be
My-
the middle one.
Okay.
My notice is extremely high demo.
My notice and stealth are both 6, but my agility is 8.
Yeah, but my notice is +8, or it's 8 with +4.
Okay.
You're the main.
So essentially, I want the first roll of each group to be the main one, and the second roll to be the additional or the helper, and the third roll to everyone be the stealth or movement rolls that they're going to do that way.
Okay.
How's your notice, wizard?
Pretty good.
What's pretty good?
I can seize things.
Like on a scale from 1 to 5.
I'd say a 4.
Oh my god. It's
No.
late.
More like on a scale from 1 to 12.
Oh, that's a solid 10 then.
Oh. Alright, so do you want us to roll down?
So, and just real quick, Paul, the person who's helping, shouldn't they roll first? Because that'll give us modifiers on our main roll? Is that how?
Yeah, actually, that would be a better way to do it. Yeah. So helper roll first, and then the second one be the one with the adjusted value. And then the third one will be both of you, if you decide to do stealth or those type of movements, you want to climb over it, will be climbing rolls, obviously. So, first off, everyone that's been a helper, go ahead and roll.
All right.
Roll what? Notice?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think we're good.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Helper,
so-
more like
What does
Fang
my elven
gave
eye
2
see?
to Trajan, so Trajan actually rolled a 5, so he's good.
Wait.
Wait, no. Fang
those
has
were
a.
helpers. Why? I don't know why.
Yeah.
You rolled, Alan, but
Oh,
Yeah, you had to wait.
Yeah, Fang and Trajan are together. Trajan's the main roller, and Fang had 2
No.
successes.
Fang's the main roller.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the spellcasting roll. My apologies. Okay, so it's 1 Yucko. So, Fang, go ahead and roll.
With the helpers.
What did you say, Paul?
Go ahead and roll notice, please.
Me?
Yes. Okay.
I
nice.
think I didn't need any help.
Yep, Fang is good. All right, and then it looks like Manano is the helper. Gear, you need a roll?
So I didn't put the +4 for my optics, so I'm just gonna add it to the modifier. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, and does he get any additional modifiers for the roll?
+1 from Manano, yes.
I guess I will do 5.
If only the sun wasn't out.
All right, fantastic. Both got raises. And then lastly, we have Chris. Okay, and then, okay, so y'all got raises. Okay, so this is good. All right, so here's what I'm going to give information-wise.
You giving it to each group?
Yep.
Ooh.
I mean, we're all mind linked, so
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so top group sees a sewer access that goes in from the top. There is an actual access port that goes inside. The bottom group sees a hole in the wall that has been damaged.
Hole in the wall, eh?
Yep, the top group sees a bit of smoke coming from the center of town. Now.
oh, you said top group twice. So does that mean
Oh, sorry,
we
hill
see
group.
a suit?
Hill group.
Oh,
Yeah,
hill
there you
group.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, up the hill.
It's a bit of a white smoke, so it's not really visible by, it was kind of hidden.
All right. Who do you want to go first here, Paul?
It's, you guys decide.
So I guess after all of us talking about it, then what we could do is top group and bottom group, we can kind of go through our intersecting corridors. Like you guys can go through the sewer and we can go through this hole in the wall. And
We'll
then
just peek through though. Don't actually go in because you
Oh,
might
yeah.
get yourselves surrounded by stuff when
Yep.
we're all split up. So
and then hill group can probably just shoot a hole in the wall if they ever need to get in, or teleport themselves.
all right. So we're going in the sewer then.
Yeah, but we're gonna approach it stealthily.
Okay.
All right, both
Same
of you go ahead and
as
give me
we are.
stealth. And one of these is move stealthily. Go ahead and roll stealth now.
Okay.
So is he helping me, or we're both
Nope,
rolling
you're
stealth
both
at this
rolling.
point?
You're both rolling.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'm gonna roll stealth.
You failed me. I have fatigue, dude.
Nope. It's because I'm a cyborg.
I guess.
You have bennies, right?
I do have bennies. I'll
Might
benny
be.
once.
Yeah, it
Oh.
might be a good idea.
I'll benny one.
Cyborg failed me.
There you go. Ooh, there. Oh my god.
He's
Now
super
I'm-
stealthy this time.
He disappeared.
Disappeared.
Who?
You don't even
who,
know I'm next to you.
Who failed who then?
No one failed. Everyone passed.
No,
No,
I
no,
know.
no.
Never,
Banana.
never mind.
I know what you
No,
mean.
no, no.
Yeah.
Nah, no. All right. So, top group. Hill group watches as both of you kind of. The bottom group disappears from sight from Samadhi and from also Smokey. Now you watch as quickly and deftly Fang and Trajan sneak up to this access port for the sewer system. You both get to it and you're hit by this very, very foul smell coming from it.
Well,
Trajan?
it's shit. So
Well, yeah, Trajan. Actually, it's worse than that. Trajan, you can block it off by using your face mask. But Thing, I need you to go ahead and give me a vigor roll, please. Okay.
I'm gonna Benny it.
Okay.
Oh shoot! I get +2 when I
Yep.
Benny. I forgot.
Yep,
Oh well,
I've been watching
14.
it. You're
Drop it
fine.
on top of the result.
All right, you feel like yourself about to gag a little bit, and you force
Yeah,
it down.
I forgot.
Do you wish to lift the lid to the underground? To go inside? There's a cover in front of you. The smell is going through. There's a couple of small little holes to allow like an instrument to go ahead and open up the lid. But between the two of you, you can get your talons or an instrument or just a rock in there to lift it up. Do you wish to lift up the lid though?
Well, can I look around the wall and see if I can find anywhere that I can peer through? Or find
right
a
here?
tree nearby that I can get up? So I want to use that as a last resort because it smells so terrible.
There are no actual good vantage points to get over. To get on top, you're going to have to actually climb.
There's no holes in the wall. I'd have to actually climb the wall.
Yes, the wall is, it's stone. It's a modern day type stone work, so there's no gaps and openings except for the southern group that did find the blast a hole in the wall. So from your vantage point, you either go over the wall, you go around it, or you go into the sewers.
And there's no trees anywhere.
Not nearby to let you get over, no.
Well, no, just so I can see over the wall, not necessarily get over it, just so I can see over it.
You can go back a little bit, but you've seen the size. It's going to be about the same information you got from the hill group.
So he's saying we have to go in this.
I mean, pretty much. But I'm going to try... Do you mind if I try and climb up this wall anyway and just peek over?
Tonight? I'm at when? No, I'm inside. Why? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try and climb up the wall and peek over.
All right, give me an athletics roll, please.
I get a free reroll on that if that's not enough to get...
That is fine. What I say with
Okay.
your closet talons, you start climbing the wall. You get to the top and you peer over slowly. And this is here, you see the smoke now coming from a building within the center. Now, the building's blocked from view by the buildings around in front of you, so you can't tell what is giving off the smoke. But again, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. But the smell is bad. There are a couple other sewer grates that you see on the other side of the wall that go towards the middle of the town. And it's just the smell is really, really overwhelming.
Even in the town?
Yes.
Does it smell
Well,
like
from your current location because of the sewer grate. It's coming from the sewers is what it is.
Okay. Does it smell corpses?
No. It's like a chemical type smell.
Like,
But it's really extreme of a chemical smell.
Paul, you cut out, so I didn't hear it.
Sorry. It's a chemical-based smell, but it's very, very strong and just very, very accurate to the senses.
Like ammonia?
Kind of.
we just
But I don't see any people moving around over the wall.
No, you do not.
So I'm just gonna look down towards Trajan?
Trajan.
Trajan? Dang it! Trajan, and say, hey, can you get up this wall? We should just go over this way. I don't see any people.
yeah.
I'd rather
Like
not
what?
go through the sewers if we don't have to. Heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he quickly climbs right next to you. You're both on top of the wall. You can drop over easily.
Yeah, we'll do that and drop
Okay.
down and find some cover in an alley or a house
Okay.
or whatever.
The nearest by building is an actual homestead. The door's closed, but it's the nearest building next to you that you get inside.
Well, I don't necessarily want to go inside. I just want to find somewhere that we can kind of duck
Okay.
down
That's
for
definitely
cover.
fine.
And
No roll needed. You go ahead and get some cover. All right. We now go to the bottom group. You guys get to the edge of this this wall that's been broken down. The edges of it are blackened by fire. What do you wish to do? You have not peered into the hole yet. You're at the edge of it.
I'd like to know what time of day it is now.
It is getting towards evening. So in a little bit, the sun will go down.
All right, cool.
But still currently, you're going to have to deal with your penalty for the sunlight.
I'd like to contact Chris on my... Oi, Horn Boy, you seeing anything from up there?
Just some smoke, like I said before.
No, nothing's changed? Everything's same as it was?
Nothing's changed, has it?
Alright.
I can try to look again if something has changed.
No, listen, that's all I needed. Settle down. Alright, Gear, I notified the boys nothing's changed, so it looks like we're good to go.
And it looks like Fang and Trajan are in the vicinity already. They're inside the complex.
Yeah, you guys really lucked out and got the better deal, huh?
Yeah.
I want to peer into the hole in the wall.
All right, you peer into the hole in the wall and you see a couple buildings nearby. They are collapsed. They are burnt by fire. The smoke is gone, the fire is gone, but you see the remains. There are a couple buildings next to it, next to the hole in the wall, that are completely down, disintegrated. There are a couple of buildings further in that are marked with shrapnel from them being exploded apart by whatever means. Something exploded here.
Just real quick, Paul, would we have been familiar, like, would they have told us what the town was like before we set out? Like, would we know that this town was fully functioning before this?
Like the layout?
Well, I mean, like, there were people here, like, working and doing things.
Yes.
Normally there should be. Okay. So this is abnormal to have some
Yes.
sort of battle took place. Okay.
This was an iron processing facility.
Alright, so it looks like some charred buildings. Maybe something happened? Blew up?
So, can I go inside and hide and duck behind one of the buried buildings?
Absolutely. You duck inside. You go into a bit of the cover. There are buildings around you. As I mentioned, some are blown down. You see some smoke now given to you from relay information by Chris. You now see the bit of smoke coming from the center of town. You can't see the building that's given off the smoke, but you can see there's a pathway to get to it, going around and through some alleyways.
Alright, I'll follow him. I'll follow him inside once he steps in.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start closing in on the smoke.
All right.
Yeah.
As you start closing on the smoke, you hear a bit of noise.
Okay.
You hear someone that is talking in a low voice with presumably someone else. You're hearing two voices coming from a building. They're talking very, very low.
Paul, would we be able to see them moving close to the building with the smoke from across the...
You can't see them with the way the setup is of the town, but just by relay of communication, you can tell, you can kind of coordinate the movement.
All right, we'll approach from the other side then, yeah?
Okay.
So we're gonna do like a pincer here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hursk, would I have something akin to super hearing? Or would that not be the case for this vampire?
If that's not on your character's ability, then no, you don't have super hearing.
Alright, okay.
All right, but as I mentioned, both you, Gear, and Manano, you both actually hear this slight whispering coming from a building nearby.
Can we tell? Is it both male or female? What's the gender?
Give me notice rolls, please.
So this one won't be to seeing, but it'll be to hearing.
Visual. Oh, sorry, hearing. Yes. Audio.
I don't think I. Yeah, let me see if I have anything for audio.
I think you do actually.
Audio package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hearing based. Okay.
Oh, so Hamadi, go ahead and roll 2d6s, please. Nope, no Leyland's nearby. Now, there will be times where the Leyland will be nearby just by storing what I say, but these are for random ones that just pop up. Because there's one 13 miles away from town, but it's a bit far right now. Okay, so both Gear and Minato, you hear There are two male voices. They're talking in whispers, and you hear some clinking and clinking as if someone is taking some stuff and throwing it away, just thrown down. You hear a glass actually break at this point. The loudest sound you hear so far.
It sounds like someone's raiding, or there's bandits.
Yeah, it sounds like some rummaging. Maybe some.
Yeah.
Do you think we should engage?
Not yet. Let's wait a little longer.
But we need that equipment that they might rummage.
It sounds like they're just breaking household items. I think, like I said, they're just bandits looking for treasure. If we wait a minute, if we can go without being seen, I think we'll get them there.
Alright, I mean, I'd say we just kill them if they're bandits anyway, but do it your way.
True, but again, we don't want to cause a commotion yet. We'll kill them in due time.
There's already a commotion. This shit's fucking burnt to the ground.
True, but I think we should wait a little longer. Let's give it like 5 minutes.
Alright, fine.
All right, Trajan. I know Jenny just went AFK to do some stuff. Do you want to wait for her? Or do you want to continue?
We can. Let me wait.
Okay. All right, so we'll go to the hill group. What are you two on the hill doing?
Arguing.
Got it.
Now, are you guys arguing telepathically?
I just told him that I can't see because it's being too loud.
Got it.
Are you guys talking telepathically?
Oh, I need to know how far away is this distance right here?
That will put at. Everything goes by inches in ranges. So we're gonna use inches still. That's gonna be about 100.
How much is that in feet?
100 inches. That'd be about
5 feet.
Yeah.
5 feet?
No,
Yeah.
that's like nine feet.
No, he's asking how far is it in fucking real life, not how many inches are in a foot.
Right, there are 12 inches in a foot, but
8.3
each inch in the game is representative of 5 feet. Right?
So
I'd say that'd be about half a mile or a quarter of a mile.
quarter or.
Why do you
half
want to
a
know,
mile is-
Alan? Let me ask that.
How close I have to be to teleport? And if that's a quarter of a mile, I'd have to be like this close.
Yeah, you'd have to be pretty close to teleport.
Small steps. We'll get there eventually.
We're gonna do a very cool boy thing. Like
Okay.
Some
Alan,
Harry Potter
here's
shit.
what you can do, since we're waiting right now. What you do is called a ritual. We haven't talked about it yet, but this is actually a big way how you increase your power. When you do a ritual, you have to do a dramatic task. And how you do this is you can increase the effects. You can essentially step up the effect of a spell, like teleport. You can raise it from 12 inches to, 24 yards to 24 miles.
I think he's already. I mean, I think the fact that he sacrificed his firstborn child is enough of a dramatic ritual.
task. Yeah.
It was a ritual.
So, if you'd like to do that, I need you to go ahead and give me your spellcasting roll at -1.
Spellcasting at -1.
Yep.
How do you adjust again?
The modifier box on the bottom left, drag down
scroll
towards
down.
-1.
Scroll isn't doing anything.
Control scroll.
You can click it, and you can hit the -1.
Yeah.
And do -1. It works that way too, because that's what I've been doing.
Why does nothing work?
Just roll. We can do math.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's 7. You need to do one more roll. And one more roll. Okay. Unfortunately, you were able to actually activate the ritual correctly, and so you ain't able to do the ritual to teleport that much of a distance. So this essentially does fail.
Benny it.
Can I Benny that third one? I mean the second one.
Sure.
You have Elon too, right?
Hey.
I don't think he does. No, he doesn't.
It doesn't matter. You rolled on them.
Okay. So you're able to activate this, and I'm going to give you a little bit of time to where you can teleport within, I want to say, 24 miles.
Okay.
But not immediately. Like it's for when if something happens.
You essentially have it ready.
Okay, we're the drop squad. Okay, I just have to come up with a in cannon.
Wait, are you telling this to me on the link?
Yeah, UAV ready.
The what?
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, UAV is ready. Whatever that means.
Okay. This will use a total of 5 power points, though, Alan.
Enemy AC 130 above.
Okay.
Should I delete it now or?
Yeah, you have it ready, so go ahead and delete it now. Now we'll go to the top group. So, what would you two like to do?
Could we hear the people talking?
The group that the southern group found?
Yeah.
No, they're too far away. Around you, though,
Let's
you hear
move
nothing.
Let's move closer into the center of town.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. As you stealthily make your way across the ground, you go through some side streets, some alleyways. Again, there's no signs of people except for the ones that have been talked about already with the southern group. They hear a couple voices. But as you get to the center of the town, you can see the building. And it is essentially a large building to heat steel. And this is where a lot of the smoke is coming from. And this is the first time you actually see the signs of life.
Okay. It heats steel only, correct?
Yes, it's a large building. And you can see just by the work in front of it, and just there's some bundles of steel nearby that are on tracks that go from the front door of this building.
Okay.
All right. I will wait till Maddie's back before I get more detail.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. So, did you hear what I said by any chance, Maddie?
No, my dad was asking me a question.
Okay. Jenny, want to tell him?
Sure. So as we're approaching the first signs of life, which are like carts full of steel and a building that looks like it's like a plant or a factory that heats steel in particular.
Right.
But we don't see any people, right, Hurst?
No, so you do. I was waiting till Maddie gets back. I was waiting till Maddie gets back.
Oh.
So you see the sign of life.
Okay.
You see someone come actually walking around the side of the building, and he has his head down. He's wearing the typical workman trousers. He's got a jacket over his shoulders. He's got pants, dirty. You see his hands are dirty from working, and his head's down, and a sign of kind of defeat and sorrow as he just walks.
I pick up a small stone and throw it at him.
Ooh.
At his feet.
Damn.
I duck behind a building when he does that.
His head explodes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a shooting roll. Actually, no, give me a
Shooting
throwing roll. Throwing roll. Athletics. Athletics rolls for throwing stuff. Okay, so you toss this. You're trying to get his attention, right? Not trying to hit him with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you toss this rock. Do you want to be visible to him?
Kind of.
Okay. All right, so you toss the rock, and it lands on his feet, and he looks up quickly. And if you're trying to be visible, he'll see you, and he'll just stand there, stunned, face looking at you.
All right. I beckon him towards me.
He watches you for a moment.
I'm still hiding.
Okay. And he quickly looks over his shoulder, for a couple seconds. He looks straight forward. He takes a step. He looks back over his shoulder, and he looks forward, and he kind of shuffles towards you. And as he gets to the front of you, you see that his face is darkened with soot, and he has tears streaking down the front of his face, and he just collapses to his knees.
I pull him into the shadows. What happened here?
Okay, solid group. You hear the whispering.
Oh, god damn it.
You hear the whispering of the people in the building. What do you do?
I'm gonna peer my head. I was gonna peer my head in there. What do you want to do? You want to just walk in there?
Well, 5 minutes passed, so I just walk in.
Yep, let's walk in there.
Well, there's people still there.
I know.
Yep.
Okay,
We're gonna walk in.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk in there?
Yep.
That's all.
I'll-
All right.
I'll probably be the first because I will be the one.
Let's see some ID.
All right, so you walk in and you see these two young men scream in terror at the moment you two walk in, and they bolt towards the door.
You're
talking to him.
I dash towards one of them, try to catch one of them. I want to dash and tackle them down.
No, don't tackle him. Just start trying to calm him down.
All right, there's two of them that try to bolt, so I'm going to roll on agility for both of them. You have to roll past them to catch up to them.
Okay. So
Here, are you linking this to us as it's happening?
Yes.
Fuck.
All right. I want to catch at least one of them. Tackle them.
You
down
catch
to the
one.
ground.
One kind of trips on some of the debris on the ground, and as he does that, you're able to catch him and essentially shove him to the ground. The other guy, if Gear's not stopping him, he's going to hit the front door and bolt out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch him.
Okay, give me an agility roll.
As I'm doing that, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, calm down and relax. We're not here to like that."
Yeah,
we're not here to hurt you. As I tackle you.
Okay.
I'm not trying to tackle
Not
him.
trying to, okay, yeah. So they both bolt. One's actually pretty quick, but Gear gets him faster and essentially grabs the back of his clothing and kind of just forces him back into the building. Causes a bit of noise, but they do stop, and they both going, no, stop, don't.
We're not here to hurt you. We came from the north.
Yeah, what he said.
No, from the east.
I thought we came from the north.
You came from the east.
So why are you running?
We're here to help.
What he said.
What? You're from the
We're not-
Legion?
Yes, we're not here we're not here.
Oh,
to
we're
hurt
from
you.
Coalition. What are you running away from? What's happened here?
As this is happening, I look at Tarjan and tell him, "Fuck, stupid vampire blew our cover."
Fucking vampire.
All right.
That's
well,
it.
what if you said Coalition? What if you said Legion? So they both shut up. To the top group. So the guy in front of you, Tajan, he goes. They said they weren't gonna do. They said they were gonna let us go. What? They didn't do that. What? And he just tears in his eyes into you, and he's just going. I can still hear their screaming. I can still hear the screaming. As he essentially just breaks down in your grasp.
Slaps NPC. God
Slaps
damn it,
him.
get it together.
Get it together, mate.
Is this for the top group or mine?
This is Trajan.
No, that's top group. Yeah, that's top group.
Yeah, I was wondering, is this mine? Is this a silence for me?
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. What did I miss?
The guy breaks down in front of you, saying that he's saying they promised they wouldn't. They promised they wouldn't do what they did. I can still hear them screaming. They said they wouldn't, and he breaks down in your essentially hands.
Who said what now?
The soldiers, they just wanted information. They told me they just wanted information, and he just points towards the building with the smoke coming out of it.
Soldiers from where?
the coalition.
Oh my god.
How many of them are there?
They left with some. They left with some people already, but the other ones, the other, they weren't bad. They're just here. They helped us. They've been with us for some time. Even the adults, Miriam, her kid, and he just goes into a state of shock at this point.
At that point, I'm gonna mind link to gear. All right, we need to back out now, because we were specifically told if they had already come in and taken over that we weren't to engage them.
Okay.
Can I switch my ritual to teleporting us in to teleporting them out?
I have to look it up, so I'm gonna say no at this point. That might be a little too
Damn
much
it.
than what it was.
I ignite my psi swords and I start moving towards the building.
No, what? No.
No,
I
shit.
grab a hold of him.
All right, if you're gonna try to do that, I need both of you to go ahead and give me strength checks. If you want to force out of it, strength check, Trajan, or if you want to just escape out of it, give me acrobatics. Sorry, athletics. Sorry.
Give me a second. Am I doing strength or athletics?
Well, actually, it's not
Grapple.
D&D. This will actually be strength.
Strength.
Yeah, we're just trying to hold him back.
Okay.
And he rolled a phenomenal roll.
All right. Well, see what I can do.
Yeah. You try to stop him, and he just power walks through it.
Grabs you with it.
I am going to. Sorry for the noise. Sorry, I dropped you guys.
No.
You dropped us? Oh my god.
Damn it.
All right,
You
Southern
let me
group.
down.
So Southern group, as this is going on, the guys go, "Oh, let us go! They're not here no more. We're just trying to get our stuff and leave."
Hold on. No, we know the coalition's still here. We have
No,
another
they're
group.
not. They already left. They took an AC. They took an APC with the rest of the people that's still alive. They already killed
You're
everyone
telling-
here.
So you're telling me they've left?
Yes, there's no one here. Look around. They killed everyone.
Is there a way to make an inside check if he's lying?
Perception
here,
or
down
notice.
here.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
So the coalition's not here anymore.
They left. They took the survivors. They took the surviving humans. They left wherever they're going. They prison them or kill them. I don't know. Look at the damn building in the center. All the DBs are in there. All the people we knew are in there.
I get off the man. So,
Sure.
I guess we know our next destination, right?
Is everybody in the
Yeah,
building dead?
We have to radio. We have to radio back to Rourke and let him what's going on. That's our first priority. Our second priority is to stop Trajan.
Just to
from
know,
going-
you will no longer be able to get communications from here to there. It's too far. There's no satellites in space that could do communications,
okay.
so you're out of communications with the work at this point.
Guy, we have to move. You two, stay here. Don't move. Monado, we have to go. We have to go. Trajan's trying to go crazy.
What's wrong with him this time? All right.
I don't know. So, I guess we'll start heading to the smoky building.
All right, so you two
Yeah,
burst
I'm
out of
not
the
gonna-
room. All right, top group, what are you two doing?
Well, I tried to stop him, and that didn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, couldn't do it. All right,
we
so
getting in?
Trajan, you just go out in the open.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Can I
go to
cast
the
invisibility on him?
trust what?
Can I cast invisibility on Trajan?
If it's a power that you can cast that's not self, then yes.
I can cast it on somebody else.
Okay, yeah, then go for it.
Okay.
Are we getting kept up to date on the hill?
I would say yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm relaying you the information.
I'm going to ask a very, very important question. Are there any survivors in the main building?
What main building?
The
The
smoky
one
building.
that's on fire.
Oh, that you don't know right now. So
Yeah, that's why I'm asking the group.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I told you everything Gear told me, so you don't know if there is anyone there.
There might be. This guy was trying to.
All right, wizard, let's go.
You teleport in?
Yeah.
I do our dramatic entrance
Well,
and teleport us in.
Don't know. I have to see. I'll say it right now, but I need to look because I don't know if you're able to teleport a robot. At least not with your current power level. I'll have to look it up. But for the time being, I will say. But just know this might change. But you two teleport into the middle of the city, in front of the building next to.
Well,
next
if
to
you
Trajan.
couldn't teleport, I'd just run in. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
I honestly think you will be able to teleport right now, because there are mega versions of the powers. I think you might need that to teleport something that size. But I don't want to spend time to look it up right now for the game time. So we'll just say you just start charging into town. You hear no one's here, so you start running in with Smokey. Instead, you just kick down the front gate.
I'm just gonna bust in the main building and go into the whatever's on fire in here and try to find any survivors in there.
Okay. But yeah, Samadhi will just teleport right in next to Trajan. And unfortunately, it looks like Fang, your spell didn't go off, but as you're thinking about the invisibility, someone just popped up right next to him, essentially.
Okay.
Trying to make this guy invisible who's about to rush in and do something stupid. Suddenly, a robot appears.
Yeah, you hear the gate get kicked down, the front gate get kicked down. Just the boom, the robot hitting it. And Trajan, you get to the front loading doors of this building.
All right.
I'm
Are they locked? Are they chained?
They're chained.
Can I cut the chains?
Absolutely. Your sword goes through it like butter. You cut the chains. You grab the handle, maybe a pause, hesitation, and you swing the doors open. And I would imagine probably your worst fear is going to be realized as you see the pile of mix of essentially ash and skeletal debris. And it looks like there have been about maybe 60 people in here, and yeah, there's no survivors.
No. Shit.
Trajan, we have to go. We have to go and report back so we can.
We can't report back. We're out of radio range.
Yeah. Now, seeing the way. Real quick, Jenny, I just want to interrupt real quick. Seeing the contents of this building, and you can still feel the heat. This was recent. This happened. With this building.
We give chase.
We cannot.
I'm gonna go look for tracks
That's
with the wizard on my shoulder.
All right, Gear. You
Oh,
go
God.
It's
to
got good eyes.
Gear. Where do you want to go look for tracks? Looking for tracks.
Main gate.
I try to, investigate for tracks on top of
All right. Looking at the front gate, they're closed. There are tracks, but they just go down the dirt road, essentially, and they're just the standard signs of vehicles. But what can give the attention is what's on the southern side, the broken wall. Because that is large enough to fit a vehicle.
We investigate
Are
it.
there tracks here too?
Go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Oh, wizarding boy.
Oh, no, what did he say? I didn't hear.
Notice roll.
Actually,
Oh.
my apologies. It'll be survival.
Survival.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Can I-
thank you. Well, hold on.
I can
Okay.
help with necessary.
Can I do my luck, my jack of all trades thing here?
What is Jack of all trades?
I roll a smarts, and if I succeed, I get a D4. If I get a raise, I get a D6 for the skill I'm trying to use.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna Benny that.
All right.
That didn't work, but I'm gonna do it. Like,
That's a raise. You get a D6 to the survival roll. So do a roll you had that's at a D6. What kind of survival?
okay. So, into. Whatever. Let's
my
go.
All right. Chris, using a combination of the diagnostics and the sensor suite of your robot, you see that there are some indents left. There's some essentially oil marks left in the ground, and you can cross-reference this with the kind of some of the uploaded information you have from the Legion. They have probably data logs and whatnot. And the oil is Coalition oil, and the tracks you're able to determine is from one APC. A relatively minor APC, it will be one that's used for movement of prisoners or transportation of troops. They're lightly armored, and they usually carry about 10 soldiers.
I say we chase him.
I'm in the camp of chasing them and die if we don't act.
Either way, let's just do a
I'm
vote.
willing to compromise. We can go and investigate and see what we're up against without engaging, and go from there.
No.
Rigid boy follows orders.
But do I see the APC as well? Like,
No,
You don't see
we
APC, you see the tracks.
No, it's tracks.
I'm willing to go and investigate if you guys are willing to agree that you won't engage if it's
No, they'll engage. That's why I don't agree.
yeah, I mean, I can't promise that for my character.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. I'm not gonna shoot them if it's gonna be dangerous.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
because
this
it's
one will.
pointless it's pointless if we die. So we need to survive to go back and let people know so they can send
Guys,
more.
we're not gonna die. The only thing that we should be worried about is, well, priority, to save the people that they've taken. Second,
Yes.
to not anger the coalition.
Right.
Well, we
and
can't
that's-
quite do one without the other, but dying isn't really on the table. It's just an APC.
Yeah,
I
like,
can take it out with a single shot. It's not gonna be that big of a deal.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If the APC is already rejoined with its troop or whatever, I need to know that you guys aren't going to go off on a suicide mission.
Well, no, I'm not gonna fucking go in and try to kill myself. There's an entire army over there.
Yeah. But if we don't, if we've got a shot at saving people,
Exactly. If there's a shot at saving people, we gotta take it.
So you're in agreement that we'll go and investigate, but we're not going to jump in. We're not going to let our emotions get the best of us and jump in and
No.
go.
I agree with Fang. We should go there to investigate and nothing else. Report in what we see.
Do we agree not to let the emotions get the better of us?
we agree. For now.
I can't handle that then.
Well,
Suck it up, Buttercup.
the vote right
I
now
mean,
is
for sure,
it'll be 4 to 2. So it is overruled.
I can't let you do that, Trajan.
Hi, my name is Connor. I'm an android.
Here, let's do this. We'll make a clerk vote.
Well, I only care about, like, be within the mission parameters.
Our
There you go.
mission was to come
Go
here
investigate, but not take action as of yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
do that.
Fantastic. Okay. So all of you essentially in a hurried state of hurriedness, but also sneakiness, not be seen by whatever is going forth. Y'all essentially run or slash get to your APC, the mount on your ATV, and you clearly go into a pursuit of the vehicle or the vehicles that are made up of the coalition group that took prisoners. Essentially, everyone else inside this town they have took, and you follow the combination of the systems, the scanners, and the tracks that leave in the ground. So what I'm gonna need to have done is I need to have the main driver, because you're going in a bit of a hurried state now. Need Gear to go ahead and give me a driving roll.
Who's the driver?
I am. And this is really bad.
Oh no.
Oh,
my God.
Ooh, all right.
God.
He got that sense of determination. You got a raise. There's a couple loose times where he feels like, or he might lose it. He might hit something, he might hit a ditch or ravine, but he's on a path right now, and he keeps the ATV on a good course. Now, we need to see who's able to track the tracks. Now, because the main one I did see it was Chris. Chris, I'm gonna have you do it again. So go ahead and give me a survival roll.
can I help him at all?
Yes. In fact, Chris will be the main roller. So Chris, don't roll yet. Everyone wants to help besides Gear.
No, I don't.
With this,
I'm not.
but only if you
changing
have
it.
survival as a skill. Go ahead and roll.
I don't. The only thing I did was do jack of all trades. If somebody has survival, let them do it.
Oh yeah. So whoever has Jack. So who has survival?
I do.
Anyone else?
Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
It is only you, Feng.
Just an FYI, I'm staying in the mech while in the back of the truck.
Yeah. Chris, because he did initially do this, go ahead and give me a roll still. You'll be untrained. So Chris roll first, and then we'll give to Feng.
Well, I could technically do jack of all trades again.
Actually, it's fine. She got it. So you're able to follow the tracks, and you essentially let it get a little bit easier as the ATV or whatever they're using is trying to go into hard terrain, and it's leaving a clear path. You're seeing the bit of trees, the bit of foliage as being crunched down by the vehicle that's been going. At this point, you can tell there is more than one vehicle. In your pursuit, you're realizing that there seems to be a trail, and by the number of tracks you're watching, there is at least 4 vehicles.
We need to leave.
At least 4 vehicles as large as ours? Or larger?
As large as yours, yes. But not sure what the makeup is yet.
It appears that we're outnumbered.
Absolutely not. We have a mech.
No.
If you want to stay around, yeah, I staying around.
We are severely outnumbered.
We are leaving.
I don't think you understand how big my gun is.
We're leaving.
We're not leaving.
You
Hello?
agreed
we would
to investigate and not engage if
Well,
it
we
was
didn't investigate shit. We still don't know anything. We
There's
only see more
4
tracks.
APC tracks.
Didn't you just say that you want to avoid any confrontation with this coalition?
I didn't say that. I said that our mission is not to anger them if possible, but our
And-
priority is to save lives.
No, our priority was to investigate the town and report back.
Well, that's what the order was.
By the time we report back, there will be a pile of dead bodies on.
Casualties happen. This is war.
This isn't war. This is a revolution.
Same thing.
The entire point of our order is to make it so that you don't have to live in constant fear. What are we doing here if all we do is run away and
No.
come back?
I will want to clarify real quick, interrupt everyone, because this might be some bit of miscommunication from my end. Now, when Warwick did give the order, he did tell you to investigate the town, but he did tell you to fix it. If it's too big to fix, or if you encounter a force that's too big for you to handle, then come back. But he did tell you to fix it, though.
Yeah, I was adamant on doing it before the APCs came out. So Gear was against me, but once the APCs came out, I'm like, okay, Gear, maybe you're right. Maybe.
But we only know there's 4 APC. If there's 4 APCs, that means that's what they use.
But that's 4 APCs that can carry up to 10 soldiers. So
right.
maximum amount is 40 soldiers we'd be fighting.
Look, before these,
I can
We
take
don't
out
know
a
that
single
yet. We have
APC with a
to law.
single shot.
You're gonna shoot an APC without knowing if they have prisoners in it?
I'm not going to, but if they get out of, if there's fucking soldiers coming out of it, I can blow them up. We have essentially a tank on our side.
Well,
Yes,
and you're
but-
also assuming that they're all gonna stay grouped together.
It doesn't matter if they stay apart, they're not as dangerous.
look, I was
They're
on
good
board
soldiers.
with the idea before
I don't
these
see.
rolled out. Now that they
My-
did roll in,
I
My
don't
big
see if they don't have a big mech, which doesn't look like they do.
It could be on the back of one of the APCs.
yeah, you there's no way to know
All,
that.
all I know is right now we don't have enough information to make a determination whether we go back. 4 APCs is not information.
But we're not supposed to be in combat.
And here's the other thing is my goals align. I want to save people, and I think the best way to do that is to go back and get reinforcements. Because
No, they're just gonna die.
I wasn't finished. Because if you jump in right now with the way things are, we were already warned that this may be too much, and all of us get killed, then what happens? Then they sit there, they're waiting for us to get back. We never get back. They give us extra time, and then they send out another scouting party. Then they have to wait for that scouting party to come back and report before they send reinforcements. The quicker we get back there and let them know what's going on, the quicker they can get reinforcements out. We could
Can I-
really kill as easily as helping them by being too hasty and letting our emotions rule.
Can we
out.
pause? Time out. I wanna out of character. I think this is important to like specify. Our characters would, know how capable this party is and how dangerous this kind of group of people that we're chasing is. So if we are, incorrectly assuming that we can or can't take care of these people on our own, can we get like a DM ruling to tell us if this would be reasonable for us
Okay.
to be like, hey, yeah, we can take care of.
So I'll
4
say this: with the lore and the character knowledge the characters would know in their own world, your group with their vehicle can take on, I would say, equally, Feng, Trajan, Sahamati, Manano, and Gear could definitely take on a force of foot soldiers. Vehicles would have to be taken on by Chris, as well as Feng. Feng could take on vehicles as well as robots. But it looks like only Chris and Feng will be able to do it. Trajan might be able to help out. Hamadi might have ways to help out, but not directly damage a vehicle. And Gear's gun might be able to damage a vehicle.
So what are you saying?
that there is a possibility of us being victorious, but it's usually like pretty equal.
With your estimate, for APCs, combat capable with about 40 troops, that is a tough battle. You would have to use tactics to win that.
Yeah.
And that's if they have just 4 APCs and 40 troops.
Yeah, we're,
Right,
going,
because-
we're going on the assumption that the forces that they bring in here is all of the forces they're coming.
Right.
When we were
They
fighting,
would have had to have- My thing is, they would have had to have a pretty sizable force to attack a town. They're not going to
And-
come
yeah.
underhanded.
But here's the thing. Think about it. There's no damage to the walls except for the one area, and none of the turrets were destroyed on the town. In fact, they didn't even target you.
It was an inside job.
That's true, because the hole in the wall could be blasted outward. But
And again,
Yeah.
recall what the guy said to Trajan.
they just wanted information,
They
and yet
they
blew up
they
everything.
promised they weren't gonna do anything, and then they just killed everyone.
So that probably
Yes.
comes to the realization that that guy is probably the one that did this, that allowed it to happen. Or one of them that allowed it to happen.
What, the people we talked to?
They allowed the coalition to come through.
and then they betray them like they always do.
Yes.
We need to go back to the town and interrogate that guy.
No, we don't. It's
Well,
a done
that's-
deal. He's not gonna tell you anything more than he already did.
Right now,
Yeah, 'cause he
you don't
built-
have the knowledge right now. You're assuming
Yeah.
that it's 4 APCs with 40 troops as the max from what you're gathering from the intel you currently have. You don't know for sure.
Right, because we don't know if they have mechs on the back of their APC.
Can we Can we tell from my survival check? Can I tell how old these tracks are? How fresh they are?
As of this time, you expect them to be within a day, if less than that.
So they're a day out from.
From you, yes. If the current pursuit of travel, or travel pursuit,
Yeah.
they're a day or less behind, or in front of you.
How about we take the survivors we found thus far, head away in the forest, and see what the APCs do when they come near this town. It's already been charred to bits.
There's nothing for them
No.
to come back to.
Yeah.
They're not gonna come back.
I think our current objective is to go back, report to Rourke on what happened. Because, like we said, we were to come here and fix the town or help out the townsfolk. But since it's been destroyed and there's nothing there anymore
Right.
for us to handle,
We can't really fix the town, but we can at least save what people are left.
yes.
Well, and my issue too is that with them having hostages or whatnot with them, we're probably, it's going to be unlikely that we're going to be able to
Save them.
save. I mean,
Yeah,
they could
well-
either use them as shields or whatever.
Yeah, well,
So
look,
if you look at the new map I showed, the arrow that's on the left, the leftmost one, that is your current location. There's almost no coast and territory within that area. So where they're going from here, you have no idea. They could be going to CS Lone Star in Texas, or they could be just in that area and you have no idea what's going to happen.
But that's not our objective.
yeah.
Also, guys, out of character, I have to go in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually going to wrap up probably in about a couple minutes here. So
I think if we don't know where these APCs are heading, even if it's useless.
Well, you can follow the tracks right now. You're following that. But the thing is, and this is what's going to be brought up, is if you go back to Castle Refuge, you're going to lose where these people are going.
Exactly. We need to go. We need to keep following APCs.
No, I disagree. I was on your side before the APCs rolled in. I was actually adamant about, taking the fight, but
Right, but I'm not talking about fighting them.
well, look,
The APCs are just transports. They have people in them. Four
Right.
APCs. There's 4 APCs. We know
Right.
that they've taken prisoners. So one of the APCs has to be filled with prisoners. So there's only 3 APCs left with actual troops in them.
but you don't know that. That's just assumption.
Yeah,
It is
there's
an
no.
assumption, but how else are they going to bring their prisoners with them?
Well, I don't know how coalition works and how they.
What are they going to just
manage-
drag them behind the car?
We're strapped them to the roof.
Look, I'm sure they have some weird ass prison system, but we need
Which
to deal with the
Tracks
situation.
going off in, Paul.
What's
We
up?
need to deal with the situation.
Which
of-
direction were the tracks going off in?
Essentially straight west. Not going
Straight west.
towards CS Lone Star, but just west. And as far as you know, look at the information you have from the Legion. There's no territory anywhere near where you are right now. You've left CS territory besides Lone Star.
Wait a minute. Are we still within the CS territory?
No, you've left it. That's
No, I'm
why
not.
if you go back, you have no idea
No,
where they'd be going. There's no CS. There's no CS town upcoming that you know of that they might be going to. So that's why I'm saying if you go
That's
back
why-
to the refuge, they're gone.
No, I was talking to character.
Okay.
So, if we're not in the territory anymore, and we would potentially attack this transport, they won't really know that we're affiliated with any group. It'll just be a bunch of ragtag,
So,
crazy
Bandits.
who
Here's
just
my-
happen to, intercept a
What-
transport.
here's my next position. We continue to follow these tracks and see if we can't find these or where they're going, and then go from there. We'll just take it in steps. We'll
Oh,
continue our
yeah, sure.
investigation, but try to stay far enough back to not engage and not make
That's-
our presence known.
That's where I'm at right now. Because if we go back now,
You cut out.
because we're not bringing back any useful information. Didn't fix people. We've been
But
here a baby. That's what we.
But our job is not to chase them.
Chase.
Chase
Well,
them.
but
Our
we should-
job
where you're
isn't
going.
about the order we've been given or the mission that we're supposed to follow. Our job is to make this world a better place. That's the entire point of tomorrow's Legion. We're fighting for tomorrow. If we're just gonna leave these people to die, we're doing nothing.
It's time to show a little initiative.
Wait a minute. Wait.
The orders did not cover what to do in this.
Wait, no.
That's
this
why
is
we need to know.
Wait, no. Our main objective was to grow the influence of tomorrow's Legion. So, if we made some racket and intercept a transport, maybe it will show people that we can take the fight of the coalition, right? We can.
Also true.
You can't just go around robbing towns, killing non-humans, and then stealing everybody else and putting them in prisons because we're out here beating your ass down if you try to do it. That's the entire point why we even came here in the first place.
Right. This isn't about the mission or saving lives among the thousands that follow. We need to grow our influence. No one knows who tomorrow's Legion is. If we intercept convoys like these with potential prisoners in them, people might, the word might spread from the prisoners that are saved, and then our influence will grow stronger, right? Then we'll become a bigger organization, and then eventually we'll probably topple the giant that, does these fucking weird ass shit, right?
You have to keep in mind too that can really go the other direction. Because if we are not successful, then it's actually like an ego boost on their side where they're like, oh, the Tomorrow Legion, they're all pussies. F those guys. We don't have to worry about them.
But they don't know we're from Tomorrow's Legion. We don't wear any insignias on our armors, do we?
Either way, I'm fine with continuing to pursue it to at least see if we can find where they're
I do
headed.
think enough was said. Counterpoints from both sides, so I would like to have a vote completed now, please.
Yep.
Check mark is to go back. X is to go forward with no action taken yet.
Continue the investigation.
Yeah, the X is to continue.
The X is to continue?
Yes. Okay. All right, that's continuing. All right, so you continue forward another about 12 hours. And you get to a bit of a half clearing, and you watch as the tracks get a bit bigger and they spread out. There's 6 vehicles. You're watching now as you see the footprints of a robot. And you finally get to a small hill, and you can see the smoke from the plumes of vehicles ahead of you before you crest the hill. The force you're looking for is there. Now, for expediency of time, I'm going to say this. One of you scout, one of you get out of the vehicle, or you all do. You do to see what's in front of you without exposing your vehicle or your big-ass robot right now. And so the group of you get to the edge of the clearing just of a vantage point to see what's in front of you. And that's where you see a single APC. Larger than what was said. It can hold maybe about 15 troops. Has some light weaponry on it. Next to it, there is a singular smaller robot. One of the smaller scout robots used by the Coalition. The other 5 vehicles are straight prisoner wagon trains. Filled with people, all in a very, very bad state. And you can already tell that there are some bodies on the ground from those who have unfortunately passed from their transportation from the town to this current location. And they've just actually been ditched on the side of the road. And around it, there are a group of soldiers, but you're only seeing about maybe 10 right now. And just as you realize this is the force at the most, or you think is the most, you hear the whine of a turbine jet engine overhead. And you see coming across towards the group of you are two of the Coalition Samus suits. Are essentially power armored, able to fly with a light railgun, and they come streaking in your direction, high in the sky though. Whether they see you or not, if this is a coincidence, is not sure to you, but they fly towards you. Then we'll do a curtain drop there.
Oh,
Damn.
And that is Rifts.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
I liked it.
Holy Toledo's.
All right,
Roller coaster.
I want to say, so I'm recording still, because I remember this. I'm giving you all a Benny extra next game because that was some phenomenal role play at the end of this game. I'm going to end the stream now.